You are about to enter the fantasy football show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. Smithy is live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. You are about to enter the fantasy football show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado al fantasía fútbol novelas. Espera con el patrón. You are about to enter the fantasy football show. Please stand by like a boss. Estás entrado.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
What is going on, good people? I appreciate you joining me here on a, what is it, Tuesday? Was it Tuesday? Tuesday's like my Monday. So I come in rolling in here thinking it's Monday every time it's Tuesday. I don't really have a day of the week, thank God, though, because every day of the week's glorious to me because I'm hanging out with you guys Monday through Friday. I've got football on the weekends. I have the best job in the world, and I work for you. So if you've got a fantasy football question, I'm going to have answers. We're doing phone calls today. We're taking super chats, doing phone calls, and we're going to mix it all in together. Let's go.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial into the show, and I'll help you out as we go. Appreciate it. First one in here today was B-Men, followed by Axe, followed by James, followed by Payne, followed by Ron. Navy, thank you all for filing in. Appreciate every single one of you. James, Axe, B-Men, Frake, LP, Gary, you guys rock. All of you. You guys are amazing. Let's see here. First super chat of the day was Just Sherman. Let me go over that one here in a second. Oh, phone lines are open. Michael K. CPA in the building. Can I get a Michael K. CPA? Can I get a Michael K. CPA emoji, please? And a Ron Navy emoji. The gentlemen, when they come in and you see them in here, you should probably drop their emojis. Whoa. Sorry, Ron Navy. Ron Navy says, or I'm sorry, Michael K. CPA says, lost Javante, still have Najee, Pierce, Etienne, Pollard, and Henderson. Attaboy.
To the moon.
Attaboy. That's my boy right there. Michael K. CPA. Michael K., thank you for being such an awesome supporter, my guy. Just wanted to say that. Just traded Hopkins and Muth for Kelsey. Hopkins and Muth for Kelsey, that's a huge win.
You've just been
And I think even Ron Navy would agree on that one. I don't think Ron Navy would even have a problem with that one. Let's go ahead and change we'll go to the board here, and we'll go to this here, and we'll go to this. No. Boom. That one? No, let's not use that one. Let's use, where's my other camera? There we go. Okay. So nice win on that, Sherman. Just Sherman, that's a good win. Look, I'm not trying to. I know Ron Naby's going to hear me say yes, do it. Get rid of Freiermuth, but that's not the exact way that I would word that. But I think that's a huge win. Super chats coming piling in. Appreciate all of you. Let me make sure I check these off as I get to them, though. Make sure that I know what super chats I have helped. Okay, I haven't opened the phone line yet. I'm sorry. I thought I had it open. Little worried about Andrews and Evans. Would you trade them away for Jamar and Schultz? No, I would not. That would be a horrible trade. Don't do that. Keep your boy Andrews. Okay, the phone line should be open. Thoughts on trading Deontay Johnson for Judy or Cook? I don't know. Deontay Johnson for Judy or Cooks. Neither one of those. None of those are helping you. You got to think bigger than that. Throw Deontay into a 2-for-1 and get a slightly better player like a Gabe Davis or a Pittman or something. That's how you trade out of that. What's up? You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
What's up, Smitty? It's Zach.
Zach, what's up, my guy?
All right, so I'm in a keeper league. It's a 4-keeper league, and I had Breece Hall and Javonte. Should I trade either, whichever one you think? Should I trade Breece or Javonte and a 5th-round pick for Eckler?
I would not trade Breece. I would probably trade Javonte and get Eckler if you think you could win now. The thing is, we don't know how much time Eckler's got left, bro. You got to assume it's like one more year, you know? You just got to assume that. You can't assume anything more than that because fantasy football is abusive to RBs, bro. So, do you have a shot at winning now?
I'm 6-1 right now, but I lost both of them.
But what's your team look like in general? I don't need the whole thing, but just like what's the lineup look like?
Yeah. I have Jalen Hurts, Stephon Diggs, T. Higgins, Chris Olave, and then I have like Tony Pollard, Deontay Foreman. Like my running backs are really hurting.
Yeah, so you'd have Eckler and who then?
I would have, let me see. I would have Jalen Hurts, Stephon Diggs, T. Higgins, DK Metcalf, Chris Olave.
It's pretty good. I mean, if you feel like you can compete with the other teams, like in your gut, based on you looking at all the other rosters, then it's not a bad move. The thing is, like, is it pure dynasty? You keep everybody?
No, it's only four keepers.
Okay. I mean, Javonte might have a tough road back. Breece could as well. Breece tore his ACL much later than Javonte, so you know we don't know what that's looking like walking into next year. So, you know, it could be something where he's not ready for week 1. We don't know. So we'll have to see. I kind of feel like he's gonna have it's a weird gut feeling on it. I have no factual information whatsoever. I kind of have this weird feeling he's gonna have a really good recovery, and it's gonna be like just firing on all cylinders, like way earlier than people expected, and things are looking good. I'm not saying I don't feel that way about Javonte. Javonte had a little bit more of a gruesome knee injury, a little bit. Breece Hall also had meniscal tear as well, so that's always a bad thing when you tear that meniscus because, you know, if it doesn't heal just right, they didn't cut it just right. Like it's always, think of it like brake pads on a car, and if you were to go into your vehicle and you were to cut off a little bit of one side of your brake pads, it potentially could screw that alignment off a little bit. So it's a concern, you know, but I think that Breece Hall's got a much better shot in general because we already saw him explode. The team believes in him. He's an absolute monster. And Javonte has Hackett sitting maybe in front of him still if Hackett doesn't get fired. And it bothers me a little bit more. And so I'm more willing to part ways with Javonte than I am with Breece Hall. But I still love both of them. Eckler can win now. Eckler could still be worth a first-round type value in 2023. So I guess I would do it, but I don't do it with a smile on my face. But I think I would probably do it.
So if I were to do that and gave up Javonte, would you keep Breece, Olave, T. Higgins, and Metcalf, or would you keep Diggs?
Diggs. Yeah.
Or you keep Diggs?
Yeah. I mean, I would.
Diggs.
You could make trades though. You could trade DK, and you wouldn't have to lose him outright. But I mean, Diggs has another year, at least, probably a lot more. But,
Right.
But I mean, he at least has one more year, so I'm not worried about him falling off next year. All right, my guy.
Sure.
Appreciate you.
Perfect.
Later.
Thanks, Mitty. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
All right. Is there another caller still there, or I think I put someone on hold, but then they hung up. They didn't want to wait anymore. Been waiting all day to tell you I traded for Skywalker. I traded away Christian Kirk, Singletary, and Gibson for Skywalker. Come on, bro.
Got him.
King 25, code 428. Dispatch Vito Popo.
The sorcerer of the day is
You've got you definitely crushed him on that trade, bro. That's an absolute travesty that poor individual undertook. We're gonna put you in there as the sorcerer of the day. Nice job doing that. Okay, you're live on the Fantasy Football Show. I've got two of you on here. Can you guys just give me your names first?
Hey, Smitty, it's Ozzy.
Justin and who?
Ozzy, O-Z-Z-Y.
Ozzy. Okay, let's start with Justin.
Yep. That's it.
Justin, what can I do for you?
Would you rather have Swift or Etienne rest of the season?
Swift. I'm sorry, Etienne.
Etienne, okay.
Yeah, because we don't know where Swift is at right now. If Swift was back and like dropping, massive points all over the field, I'd be all for, calling this like a tough call, a close call. But Etienne's on the rise. Etienne just got handed the keys to the full starting lineup, and you need to cuff him to Hasty for sure. So make sure you grab Hasty. I should have probably put Hasty on the week 8 waiver wire show. But guess what? The week waiver wire show we carry in our back pocket the entire week. I just press this little button, and unlike other shows, I'm going to show you the waiver wire as we go throughout the week. So I need to put Hasty on here because he should be grabbed.
Yeah, picking up Hasty is definitely.
Yeah, I like Hasty as a backup. You know what I'm saying? So we'll put Hasty right here on the waiver wire show. Okay. But yeah, it's a tough call. Like, do I try and get more? Because you probably can in some cases. Yes. Do I think you'll get more in every case? No. Would it prevent me from doing a trade? No. Would I act like it would prevent me from doing a trade? Yes. Okay, you got to give me more, Bob. Like Etienne hasn't proven it yet, but, we know what Swift is. Like, the bye week's already out of the way, Bob, with Swift. You need to give me more. I'm giving you a dude that's already had a bye week. Like, there's a lot of negotiating power you still have in the name alone, and the fact that the draft capital still weighs on people, and the fact that, like, everyone is still wondering what Swift's going to do. But the problem is we don't know where he's at. I'm going to pull up the most recent news report on him and see if there's any update at all. I don't think there's anything updated since we last talked about it. But it's like we don't know. Like, the fact that last week we thought he was coming back straight off the bye week, and we're like, this is going to be fantastic, right? And then what happened? We got a little, Swift, we're hopeful he could go. It's like, what? We're hopeful? What do you mean you're hopeful he can go? This is what we heard about JT the week before. JT sat out another unexpected week. He sat out that quick turnaround week after he suffered the injury, and we're like, okay, quick turnaround Thursday night, makes sense. Sit him for 1 week, that's fine. Then it was like, out of nowhere, it's like, we're optimistic he could maybe play this week. That was like I always said, that's like Dad telling you, we're going to get ice cream later, maybe. If I get all my work done, we're going to go get ice cream. That never happened, did it?
Yeah.
Did it? No. That was always a 20% chance of getting ice cream that day. Or maybe we'll go throw the football later. That ain't going to happen. So you come to me and you tell me, yeah, we might get him this week. We're hopeful. You're not hopeful. You're just going to let me down. There's no ice cream at the end of this road. So I'm a little worried.
Who knows if he plays next week?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm a little worried about it. So give me Etienne all day long, bro. Anything else?
Yeah, just one more question. How would you rank JT, Saquon, and CMC rest of the season?
I mean, you got to put Saquon first, but I quietly like when I say things like quietly, it means that I'd rather have that individual with something else, like in a downgrade. Saquon's one, but would I quietly like JT and more because you can get a ton more over Saquon? Yes.
Right.
Would I rather have Saquon over just JT? I'd rather have Saquon over just JT. But because I feel like JT can be as good, I think Ellinger is going to be pretty good for this. I'm guessing there could be a disaster that unfolds as well. There's that risk. You got to understand the risk. But when we're talking about JT, we're talking about a lot of people that need to make a move, right? It's not so much like someone's coming to me and saying, hey, my team's on fire. I've got Kenneth Walker, Etienne, JJ, Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow. We've got in the flex, we've got, we're battling between Pittman and somebody else every week. And I've got, Andrews at tight end. And then you're like, okay, should I go get JT? Use him? No, you don't need to. You don't need to. But people looking for JT are looking for kind of a home run. And so you're going to take on a little bit of risk. If you are hit pretty hard, you lost Javonte, you've had Swift out all year, or St. Brown on a combination with Dak, and you've been struggling with quarterback streaming. You got 2 wins, and you're sitting there with Saquon Barkley though, and you got 2 wins. You got Barkley, but you got 2 wins. You need to turn Barkley into JT and another player faster than anybody else in your league. You need that. You need that more than anybody. And so you got to assess your own situation, look yourself in the mirror, and do a self-assessment and be like, am I in trouble enough to where I got to trade Cooper Kupp? You either got to trade Cooper Kupp or you don't have to trade Cooper Kupp. There are 2 people in this world. Somebody that's got to trade him, somebody that doesn't have to trade him. That's how you can divide the entire world up. Or JJ. And if you've got that kind of power to trade JJ into a St. Brown and a Swift type of duo, then you've got to do it if you're playing for 2nd and 3rd place and you have no shot at 1st. So, I like Saquon more, but I like JT and a little bit more, to answer your question. All right, I got to jump to the next callers, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Smitty.
Yep. All right, next caller. Go. Thanks for waiting.
Hey, Smitty.
Yo.
So I lost Javonte, lost Patterson. Trying to figure out if I should make any changes to my team. I got Walker, Etienne, RB1, RB2, JJ, Tyreek Hill, and then my 3rd wide receiver is Curtis Samuel. It's 3 wide receiver starting lineup. My tight end is Kittle, and my flex is Darrell Henderson. Trying to see if I should move JJ or not because my wide receiver 3 is Curtis Samuel.
So you got Walker, you got Etienne. Who's your quarterback? You said
Rodgers.
And then your 2 other wide receivers were
JJ, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
and
I don't
Curtis Samuel.
I don't think you need to make any moves yet. I think that if the right deal comes to you, or you come up with the right idea, let me just go see if I could get rid of JJ, get St. Brown, and JT. If I see, you'd be surprised at what I'm seeing still. Like, a lot of people are not good at fantasy football, bro. There's I think everybody that says you can't get that on my league, you're giving everybody else too much credit. There are a lot of people that don't know how to play fantasy football. And there are a lot of people that don't know how to evaluate talent. There are a lot of people that hear about ETN, and when they hear it enough, they'll believe in him, not because they believe in him. They're believing him because they've heard 5, 6, 7 different networks now, and fantasy analysts that they follow finally come around and say, ETN's a top 10 running back. Well, no crap. But until they hear it enough, if they're a bad fantasy football player, bro, they're ranking and feeling the way they're told to feel. Not everybody's got, their own sense of this thing. So I feel like, everyone just assumes they're not going to get a good deal. I can't get that on my league. My league's full of snakes. Well, I'm in a pretty competitive league too. I lost Javonte, I lost Breece Hall, and I still got a fire team led by Walker, Etienne, Damian Pierce. I still got the Chase and Burrow stack, and it's because I was active on the buy low, sell high front, and you can still do that with sharks and good players in your league. So your team, like, accept an offer, poke around, look for JT and a wide receiver, look for Swift and St. Brown with an additional player, and just see what you can maybe cook up. If you're looking at it visually, you're like, this might actually improve my team. But other than that, no, I'm not in panic mode, forcing myself to divide and conquer, which is what we typically call taking one JJ and turning it into two players, taking one Cup, turning it into two players, taking Chubb or Saquon and turning them into two players. Dividing and conquering is sometimes required. It's always there's always an open door for it, no matter how good your team is. But you don't need this as like a forced, job, bro. You're good.
Okay, cool.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, I got new Noah on the phone, and then I got another caller on hold. Just caller, hang tight for me. New Noah, can you please tell us what we can help you with?
Hey, Smitty, how's it going?
I'm good.
I got a quick question similar to the last caller. So I lost Bruce Hall this past weekend. It's for a 14-man league, and I was just wondering what moves you think I can make to maybe stay competitive and stay towards the top. I'm currently 4-3, but team's looking pretty weak now without Bruce.
All right,
so I don't know.
Hit me with
Can I give you my team?
Yeah, hit me with your team.
So good Jalen Hurts. Running backs are DeAndre Swift, A.J. Dillon, Madison, Pacheco, and Jamal Williams. And wide receivers are A.J. Brown, Amari Cooper, Michael Thomas, Wandale Robinson, and Allen Robinson. And then my tight ends, Freiermuth.
Yeah. Problem with this squad is you don't have a lot of firepower to send elsewhere to get, a bunch of talent back. Your biggest, potential move here is going to be sending Hurts packing. And it sucks coming off the bye week, but in a sense, and those that have super chats, I'm going to mix those in as we go through the show. Those that have guys like Hurts and they're coming off a bye week, you have an advantage of like selling that bye week, and there's a lot of upside there. So my advice for you, what's your record?
4-3 right now.
So you're in a good position to not lose a game on purpose, but to put yourself in a position to maybe take an L, maybe still try and fight and win, but to improve your squad. So you go to the Herbert owner and you see what they have. And you try and concoct a trade that gets you Herbert and like an A.J. Brown type to go with your A.J. Brown you already have. And then you all of a sudden have yourself at least a shot. I don't know that this team's winning it, just to be honest with you. Like, I don't think it can win the league. I don't know the league. Maybe everybody's got this weird sense of balance and nobody's. But I just get a sense that, you need something. Not only do you need Swift to ball out, which is a risk in itself, but you need to turn Hurts into a major home run swing. I don't love Amari. I don't love MT. I like A.J. Brown a lot. I like the stack. I don't want you dividing the stack up any more than you do, but I don't think you can, unless you can get rid of Swift for two players like a Etienne and a Gabe Davis, and get lucky that person, and again, people are bad at fantasy football, bro. People are really bad at fantasy football. They wait for every single one of us to tell them what to do. You know what I'm saying? Once they hear it enough, they're going to feel like us, but they're not going to know Etienne's Etienne until they're told it 100 times and they hear it enough. So you do need to explore trading Hurts. Go to the Herbert. Who's the Herbert owner have? Do you have it on hand?
Yeah, I got it. Let me just pull it up. They have Kamara, Aaron Jones, Chris Godwin. Let me see what else they have at receiver.
I mean, if you could get Aaron Jones on the cheap, and he didn't exactly have like the best game, he had a good game. He had a really good bounce back game. Scored the football. That's what salvaged his day, and caught the ball and was active that way. I think his owners might be feeling like they're on borrowed time with him and like, oh my God, I need to get rid of him. So you're either going to run into somebody that's like, I love Aaron Jones, he's back. And you're like, okay, this guy's not trading him. Or you're running into somebody that like you felt before, where a guy's done well and you still want to get rid of him. You're like, oh, like if Najee had a 100-yard game, not everybody's going to be like, he's back, baby. Some people would, but others would be like, holy crap, what do I do? How do I get rid of him? Hot potato, somebody catch it. Like that. You're going to feel like that with Najee. So maybe someone feels like that with AJ or Aaron Jones. So Herbert and Aaron Jones, I don't think you're getting Kamara, but you could throw like Amari or MT back to try and get that Hurts and MT for Kamara and Herbert. And then you got to just hope. I mean, I don't know if you can see my screen right here, but if you put Aaron Jones in here and you put Herbert, how do you feel about this team looking at it? Do you feel like it can compete a little bit better? Or do you think you still...
Yeah, I think definitely stronger. And I already have A.J. Dillon, too. So, I mean, that would be a good handcuff for Jones, I think, for the time being. And with Swift, with Jamal, I have both of those. So, yeah, I would definitely feel more confident. But, yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll shoot him a few offers.
I mean, bro, Herbert's a risk. But, you got to be okay with taking a risk, I think, at this point. So
for sure.
All right, man. The callers should trade A.J. Brown and Dillon for JT. That's not a bad idea. I don't know that anybody's going to do that, but I would definitely be interested in trading for JT if that is at all possible. I just don't know if someone's going to trade him for that. But, like, if you could get him in a cheap way that we're not expecting, because like I just said, people aren't good at, that would be another amazing move for you. So, you could look at that. You could trade Swift for JT straight up as well, and maybe potentially get somebody to want to swap the risk involved. So, yeah. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Later.
Appreciate it. Yep. Have a good one. Bye.
All right, next caller, and then Rock Out is on next. So next caller, hit me.
Hey. Yeah, Smitty. I got a question for a trade. So, should I do Dalvin Cook, D-Hop, and T.J. Hawkinson for Mark Andrews and Dameon Pierce?
Cook, D-Hop, and who?
T.J. Hawkinson.
Okay, for who?
For Mark Andrews and Dameon Pierce.
Andrews.
I'm just kind of worried about Andrews with his injury.
Yeah,
but I feel like it's a really good time to buy him low.
Yeah, but I mean, look at this trade, man. Just looking at it on paper, it's like, okay, Pierce versus Cook. Pull the trigger, give me Pierce. He's got the bye week out of the way. He doesn't have the shoulder issue to worry about. Doesn't have the, still maybe potential off the field issue that could potentially pop up. It's a very small thing to factor in. But then you've got Hopkins and Hawkinson versus Andrews. I'm taking Andrews over that. You could argue it, sure, and the injury could worry you, yeah, but it's like there's more firepower on that Andrews side. So I'm gonna say take Andrews and Pierce. I wouldn't blame anybody if they believed in Cook to take that side, but I sell high on Hopkins. Not that I don't think he could continue to do well or play like a wide receiver one, but it's a good time to sell him.
Yeah.
And Cook is hard to sell, bro. And Cook's been on my sell list. He'll be on my buy low, sell high list this week. Might even be in the panic chamber because he just doesn't fit in that offense, bro. He just doesn't fit in that offense. It's not built for it. The system used to be built around him. Now he's playing in the system. The system isn't him anymore. I don't think people realize that. He's not the system anymore. The system's JJ.
Right.
And it used to be JJ and him could coexist, but now that's not the way it works there anymore. And he's got to have big plays, and he's been doing it a little bit to salvage his day. And I think you're playing with the house's money when you're able to get rid of him at this cost of exit. We talk about cost of entry all the time.
Right.
Bro, this cost of exit's pretty good. This is a good package. This is a good, severance package right here. Someone's saying, bro, we'll give you 2 years' salary to walk away from this job. I mean, that's how I feel when I'm looking at it.
Yep.
All right, bro.
And then I got another question. Rest of the season, do you have D-Hop, CeeDee Lamb, or Amon-Ra? Who do you have rest of the season?
Amon-Ra for me, but I think that Lamb's arguable, but Amon-Ra for me.
So D-Hop is third.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra.
Yeah, I mean, I like
CD
D-Hop.
Lamb,
I like D-Hop, but he's not ahead of CD Lamb or Amon-Ra, not yet. So I definitely take Amon-Ra.
for
Amon-Ra's had the bye out of the way. He doesn't have a concussion right now. He was in concussion protocol because they added that wobbliness to the protocol decision making, which wasn't in there. So when Tua was all wobbly, they're like, well, he passed the eye tests and everything, so get him out there. So like, the problem is, who knows? We don't. It's kind of uncharted territory. So maybe there's something that they require. Like we haven't heard yet that they require. Like once you have that, you sit out an extra. I don't think that's in there. To my knowledge, it's gonna be hard for him not to pass any sort of concussion test because he didn't have a concussion. So the wobbliness was in play to just get him off the field that game. But we'll see if something emerges. But he should be. He didn't have a concussion. He just had the signs of one through the inability to stand and properly.
I think the NFL is just trying to be extra careful.
Yeah.
With everything that's happened. I think the NFL is just trying to take all the precautions.
And so are you.
You don't need another Tua situation.
So are you. You're trying to be extra careful too. You're like, do I put him in the top 5 again right away? No, I'm gonna, and that's fine, and I understand that. But this guy does have top 5 to 7 wide receiver upside. Let's give this man a moonshot. The man we call Amon-Ra St. Brown, who happens to be. Let's show the Moon Men graphic real quick.
The Moon Man.
A Moon Man.
Dropping loads.
Look at these Moon Men. These Moon Men are going nuts. Like, we've got the Javonte and Hall kick to the nads, which really hurts to see. And then the Lance. I mean, just season-ending injuries. But look at Etienne. Look at
Smitty, the crazy part was I traded, I mean, it's not something to be proud of, but I traded Hall for JT and something else like a week before.
Yeah.
So the Hall injury didn't hit me at all, but.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, Smitty, thank you.
Later. Rock out. What can I do for you, buddy?
Would you trade Kamara for JT?
Yeah, I take. You know my stance on JT. Rock out. I'd take JT over Kamara's. Like, we had a whole show on Kamara's risk level of this video still being released, and we had our in-house video expert come on and talk, a surveillance expert come on and talk about this. And I don't know if anybody missed that show, but we had like a half hour to 45-minute long segment the other night randomly on a live stream talking about the risk factor of Kamara's video dropping. And the fact that everybody thinks, oh, if the video would have came out, it would have came out already. But we went through how the quarantining of a video, how that works in the casino or hotel space. And it's not what people think. It's not this that a fight broke out. Everybody knew it was Alvin Kamara. A lot of people didn't know who he was that were dealing with this from the top level. They don't know. They don't say, go bottle up the video and quarantine it so no one has access. Put it in a vault. It's on a loop on 27 to like 45 camera systems. Different angles, different loops, different video. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different ways that this thing was floating out there for a long time. And like if anybody knows anything about any security systems at all, they're on loops that hold video for X amount of time. And the longer that time is, the more gigs you need to even store it. And so it's like every 5 minutes is like a gig of video, bro. It's crazy. And they have like 20 to 50 cameras, let's say, on all these different angles, maybe hundreds. Yeah. And so, like, this footage was available. Not to mention, if somebody inside that had access to the footage that was potentially at some point locked down, these are still people that have access to a phone. And that phone can call TMZ. And that TMZ can give them early retirement. So there's still the potential of the full video being leaked. And a lot of people in the comments or the live chat or whatever are going to say, the video's already out, Smitty. Oh, yeah? Okay, Bob, find it. Show us. Show us this video that you think is out there. I remember seeing it. Like, there have been, like, still shot images people have talked over. Full video has not been released. If it does, he's gone. And so, to my point here is that there's still a lot of that risk involved with Kamara. I'm not saying I know for a fact he's going to get ripped from the NFL, but as spoken about on that show from our in-house surveillance and video expert that we had on that broke this thing down in a phenomenal way, that he knows somebody that saw the video, not somebody that heard about it, that saw about it, that's uncles, does the dry cleaning for the neighbors, sisters, brothers, uncles, barbers, trash mans, relating to the person that lives next door to the person that saw it. We're talking about a guy that this individual we trust, his buddy saw it, or the person he knows saw it. And they said it's so bad that it's all about jail time, not about playing in the NFL. It's that bad. It's that bad of a beating. And so, there's no shot in my mind that this thing was like overblown, because people that didn't see it started reporting badly on it. So the odds the NFL sits back and everyone says, well, Schefter's already said, Smitty, this thing, the NFL will wait for it to play out in court. They will, to hand down discipline. Guess what is in discipline? Putting someone on paid leave. And they would do that to save face if this video was released. Look, Ray Rice video got released. The Kareem Hunt video got released. Those shouldn't have been released or leaked. And while we're a little bit deeper in the season, we're each day we're less likely to maybe have it get released, right? But it's still something to consider, is what I'm trying to say. JT, though, all the way.
And then going off of JT, if I couldn't get that, what's your thoughts on giving Kamara for Pierce, or would I need more on top of Pierce?
Giving Kamara for Pierce, I'd rather get a little more with Pierce if I'm trading Kamara for Pierce. I don't know. I might be asking for something that no one's going to give me, but that's how I feel when I'm trading it. But would I trade Kamara straight up for Pierce? Probably. But I think Kamara deserves a little more. So I think I'm going to try and get a little more. So, like, if you can get a Pittman, you could get a potential Gabe Davis still.
I think about Rashad White.
It's not enough. White's like a cuff, like a great grab. People are cutting him left and right. He's free, basically.
Right.
Yeah. CJ says Brees or JT next year. Bro, probably right now we don't know where Brees is going to stand for week 1. So you gotta like default say JT, I suppose. But like if word comes back that Brees is going to play week 1, he looks fantastic. This is kind of late to tear the ACL. He can still get back by week 1. It'll be pushing it. But again, we don't want like JK, like Saquon, his first year back, like many players, we don't want them rushing onto the field. So it's like it's really, really tough to make that call. Okay, one last question, rock out, then I got to jump.
And I'm waiting on Swift and MT. Who do you think I could get for both of them together?
Swift and who?
Swift and MT. Another bowl thing.
Swift and T. Higgins?
No, Michael Thomas.
MT. Swift and MT. Swift and MT. I'm going after Walker if I can trick somebody. Etienne and something for Swift and MT, but I want something. I want Swift to get me. I want better than MT. So if you're trading Swift for Etienne, you're gonna be like, you need to give me something, and then try and pull that off. Swift and MT for Chubb, Barkley, any of those, Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, Jamar Chase. Swift and MT, yeah, I'm doing all those things. Maybe Diggs, maybe Adams. MT doesn't do anything for me. So you can turn, basically just think about what player do I want over Swift. I'm worried about Swift. I like Swift, but I'm worried about Swift. If I could trade Swift into an Adams who's had a bye already, into a Diggs who's had a bye already, into any of those top running backs like Chubb, then I'm doing it.
No, I got Swift and MT I would trade together.
Yep. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, I'm just saying, think of a player you want to get for Swift because you're worried about Swift. And then MT's not. If MT gets it done, just throw him in like he's, window dressing. All right, bro. Appreciate you. Later. All right, last caller, and then I got to rip through some super chats, and then I'll come back to the phone lines. Who am I talking to?
This is David. What's up, Smitty?
What's up, man?
Okay, so I'm 4-3, but Javonte and Brees.
Yeah.
So, could I get your advice on some lineup situation, or like some moves I could make?
Yeah, hit me with your team.
All right. QB is Allen. And then my running backs are Saquon, Kenneth Walker.
You don't need to freak out. You've got Walker, you've got Diggs, you've got Debo, you've got Saquon, you got J-Rob. This is what I've told you, bro, and I want you to listen to me for a second and absorb this, because too many of you out there have had happen what has happened to you. You've lost you've lost Breece Hall, you've lost Javonte Williams, bro. Think just for a second. Your league mates are not going to give you this kudos. I want to give them to you. Okay, your team with Breece Hall and Javonte Williams was going to annihilate your entire league. You were going to annihilate everybody, and they didn't even know that they were flying that close to the sun. And they got lucky, bro. And no one's going to pat you on the back in your league. No one's going to acknowledge it. No one's going to give you any cookies or awards or flowers, but I will. And I'll say that your team is so good. And a lot of you have this because as bad as I feel about Breece Hall and Javonte, because those are two of my bigger calls, going down, uncontrollable ACL, you couldn't see it coming, ACL injuries. My people still drafted Walker. My people still drafted Etienne. My people still drafted, players at that level that we've been talking about all offseason long. And, bro, your team would have destroyed everyone, and they didn't even know that this was there. This is like that guy was gonna rob you behind the bush, and then something happened where somebody came out of the store and distracted him. You had no idea your life was gonna change that day, and you just went on about your way. Your league mates had no idea they were gonna get completely hosed. The good thing, bro. So congrats to you, okay? To the moon. To everybody that's lost Breece Hall or Javonte or both, especially both, and you still have teams like this, congratulations on the amazing drafting you did, and take a moment to relish in that. And take what you learned this year into next year, and don't let it affect the way you did what you did this year, thinking you did something wrong. You didn't. You almost had a massive monopoly on all the players. All the top 5 running backs were practically on your roster, bro. You know what I'm saying? You would have 2 top 5 running backs, not named Saquon and Walker, on your roster. So you're still, instead of blasting everybody into oblivion, you are still going to maybe crawl across the finish line and get first place. Okay, so that's the attitude you need to have. It's still going to be the same result. You're still going to feel very good about it. You might even feel better about it because you got kicked twice in the nads. You still got up and won the race, bro, after falling down twice. So this team doesn't need that desperation trade. I think you're okay. If you get to a point, what's your record again?
4-3.
Which is still fine, but it's just amazing that you have the team you have still. You're 4-3. If you get to a point where you start freaking out, you got a potential to trade and divide and conquer Josh Allen into a Herbert and a player. You could explore it now. If the offer is too good to refuse, you could do it. You could trade Saquon into a divide and conquer situation, get an Etienne and an Adams and walk in with that. I would Smitty approved that today. So don't be afraid to poke around. You get Etienne and Adams. Adams already had his bye week. That helps you a ton. Or you could get maybe Diggs, who's at a bye week, and Etienne for Saquon. I punch it. I punch it because I'd do that trade regardless of what team you have. So aside from those trades, which you could explore, I hold and I let these guys gain value. I maybe shop Debo for St. Brown. I maybe shop Debo and B-Rob or J-Rob. Try and shop J-Rob and Debo for Adams or Diggs and try and get that extra bye week advantage out of trading Debo and the concern I have for his volume to go down. So you got good trade bait. B-Rob, J-Rob, and Debo to get one better wide receiver, especially one that's at a bye.
I got offered Gabe Davis and Pickens for Juju, J-Rob, and B-Rob, and I was thinking about that.
Juju.
It'd be kind of nice.
Juju, say it again. Gabe Davis and who?
So I would give Juju, J-Rob, and B-Rob to get Gabe Davis and Pickens.
Punch it.
Yeah, you think so? That Bills triple stack?
Bro. Get that. That's a little maneuver that's going to help just gain just a little bit back of what you lost. And I know it gets rid of some depth, but is B-Rob secure? I don't know. You know, Gibson always goes away and comes back. and it's kind of a committee there. And is J-Rob going to do anything? Come on. You know, like, yeah, maybe, but he's still sharing carries, you know, with a guy that everybody thought was going to hold Breece Hall back. So I feel like I dropped Kenny Walker after Penny's huge game. Anthony, can I send you on a lap? Just, I don't want to make things worse, but Anthony, you come in here every day and you hear me talk about Walker, and I show you this Moonman list. I'm sorry, hold on 1 second. I got to show this Moonman list. I show this every day.
Loads in outer space.
You know, like I don't.
Space monsters.
Space monsters, indeed. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, Anthony, other than show you that every single day to make sure you know there's a reason he's in space, headed toward the moon. You know, all off season long. Now he's there. He lives on the moon. He's actually on Mars. No one knows it, but we sent him to Mars a while ago. But yeah, take a lap. Okay, bro, go get Gabe Davis. I don't think the pieces you're giving up are any locks of any kind, bro.
Yeah,
you know,
I think you're right.
Yeah, go get it. And guess what? Bye week free. Josh Allen, Diggs, and Gabe Davis, bye week free.
Yeah.
The rest of the way, you trade Debo. You probably won't have much firepower left to trade Debo to get that better, you know, bye week free wide receiver. But who's gonna touch that? If let's say you get hit with some more bye weeks coming up, you got Josh Allen, Diggs, and Gabe Davis, bro. Like that is about as safe as you can get for go forward bye week, you know, city coming up. And you got people that are walking into to face you saying, okay, he's got a couple buys this week. Josh Allen, Diggs, and Gabe Davis. Son of a B. I got to face this trio during his worst week. Like, you're 4-3, bro. Do that trade. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. You have a good one.
Yeah. That's a good story when I see things like that, and it just makes me feel good when I see everybody have these teams that look absolutely phenomenal. Okay, I'm gonna get to these super chats now. Let me go to the top. Joey, I appreciate you. Joey says Lost and Njoku and Hall still have Kenneth Walker, JT, Chubb. Wide receivers are Debo, Godwin, Keenan Allen, Kirk. Need a tight end and maybe a wide receiver. Any ideas? Sorry about the loss of Hall. Your team still has some nice firepower. I don't trade the running backs, JT and Williams, Walker and JT. But I maybe trade Chubb and divide and conquer, but maybe not. I mean, your team looks pretty good. I suppose if you need a wide receiver and tight end, you could trade Chubb for like the combinations of things we're talking about now. And let me cover the phone line number because we're not doing calls right now, guys. Just so you know, we're holding off for the moment while I get through these super chats. You're talking about being able to go get right now Swift and St. Brown, and you won't be able to go get Swift and St. Brown for very long for Chubb. I think those guys, you know, and the owner might not own both of them. That owns one, but I'm just trying to give you an example of two guys. You could use one of them and go pair them with another. So there's still a nice opportunity for you to get something done using Chubb, dividing and conquering, getting high value for Chubb. If Chubb has another bad game, and he had a bad game earlier this year that devalued his ability to go get you two players for one. Like, it kind of freaked people out when they're like, okay, if Chubb doesn't get but 10 carries, he's not getting any points. And so, like, he's vulnerable to have inconsistency, and I think that I would explore that, but I'd only explore it. I wouldn't feel like I got to pull the trigger because you still have enough like ability to dominate with this crew that you can be patient with your trade. You know, so if Chubb gets you the right deal, do it. If he doesn't, then hold. Would I trade Godwin and Debo for Adams or Diggs or Chase? Or obviously Kupp or JJ? Sure. Keenan Allen and Debo for one of those. I'd prefer to go that route and keep Godwin. Would I trade Kirk and Debo for Adams? Kirk and Debo for Diggs? Bye week free? Absolutely. That bye week free capability here, bro, is really, really good. So I would definitely look to do that. Been waiting all day to tell you I traded Skywalker. And yeah, amazing job. This guy traded for Kenneth Skywalker. I got a lot of you tell me you can't do this, you can't do that. No one's going to take this trade. No one's going to take that. I know not everybody has the same league. I know there's different levels of talent playing in fantasy football leagues everywhere, but I see it all the time. This guy's been waiting all day to tell me he traded for Kenneth Skywalker, and he traded away Christian Kirk, Singletary, and Gibson.
To the
Absolute
moon.
phenomenal move, my guy. You smashed it. You got him. Call the veto police. Get him on the horn.
Got him.
King 25 code 428. Dispatch Vito Popo. Popo has been dispatched. King 25 out.
And just so you guys know, we're not answering phone calls at the moment, so you don't need to dial in. The phone lines are muted and off until we go ahead and get through these super chats. We got an instant piece of advice we need to give out from our man Stacks, who dropped a $20 hauler. $20 haulers get immediate assistance and a standing ovation.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
Adabroski. Hey, Smitty had Javonte and Hall, 8-man league, PPR, Mahomes, Pierce, Walker, Hopkins, Adams, Kelsey, Higgins, Swift, DK, Allen. Doesn't even look like you lost anybody. That's what I'm talking about. Nice job. I know it's an 8-man league, but you still did a phenomenal job drafting, and this team is built with fire. Built with fire. These are dragons you have here. You had dragon eggs in Pierce and Walker sitting there ready to hatch, like in House of Dragon or Game of Thrones. These dragon eggs were sitting there ready to be hatched, and they needed a rider, and Stacks came in and was able to claim both these dragons, and now he's the one flying them. He's got he's got Pierce and Walker to replace Hall and Javonte, and guess what, Stacks? Like the other individual I talked to, they didn't see this coming. They didn't know you had this monster team, and everyone is just sitting there oblivious to the fact that you were going to blast them all into oblivion. So your team doesn't need any moves. Would I explore trading Kelsey on the high at some point, or Adams? Yeah, but you don't need to. Would I try and upgrade Pierce using maybe a DK or a Keenan Allen, upgrade Pierce into I don't know. I mean, would I try and get Etienne maybe using Keenan Allen? Yeah, I'd trade Pierce and Keenan Allen for Etienne, maybe. I like Etienne a little more than I like Pierce, but you got Swift as well. So I mean, you've got a phenomenal team. You don't need to make a move. Stand down, entertain offers, explore crazy deals like get JT. Like, can you get JT using Pierce and Allen, Pierce and DK, Pierce and you could afford to give up Pierce, Allen, and DK for JT. Go try that, Stacks. I'd do that one. I'd do that one for sure. All right, so $9 hauler from Sean. Let's see if I can make sure I'm Sean. Yeah, Sean says, should I trade AJ Brown for Etienne? I would take Etienne. I'm gonna take let's see here. Bryson, $10 hauler gets a moonshot.
To the moon.
Appreciate you, my guy. I'm going to answer this one. Guys, you don't need to call in anymore. What's up, man? You're live on the show. I'll give you 30 seconds, but because I'm doing super chats.
Smitty, what's up, brothers? No way, Jose.
No way, Jose. What's up, No way?
What up, man? Hey, I'm getting ready for the playoffs here, and I don't like Kyler. I'm trying to get Mahomes, and I'm trying to trade it with the Green Bay Packers fans, so I'm going to offer Kyler and Aaron Jones for Mahomes. What do you think?
Kyler and who?
Kyler and Aaron Jones I'm going to give away, and I want Mahomes.
Who would be your running backs that you'd have left?
Etienne, Ramonster, Damian Pierce,
Can you get anybody else? Can you get anybody else in return, like a throw-in that he thinks is a throw-in that you're like, I actually kind of like that, like, you know, something, like you got a Pacheco.
No, I got what's his name, B-Rob from Washington.
That you got him thrown in?
No. I said the reason why I think he'll take it is because he's a Green Bay Packers fan. So I'm thinking Aaron Jones. He'll be like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, can you get anything thrown in from his team so that you?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I can look, but I don't know. You don't think by itself? You don't think that's a good trade by
I mean,
itself?
I probably do it. Yeah, I probably do it. I'm just saying, like, I'd like it
Because
to.
I'm thinking playoffs, and we live in Phoenix, so we see Kyler play. I don't think he's gonna do it for me in the playoffs, bro.
Yeah.
He goes week 15. Week 15, he goes at Denver. Week 15. I don't like that.
Yeah, bro, I would probably take it. But I'm just saying, try and get something thrown in. Like, look at his team and go, hey, just give me a throw in, give me Pacheco, and then boom, you got Pacheco.
All right, bro.
Something like that. All right, man. Appreciate you.
All right, man. All right, thanks.
Yeah. All right, and guys, I'm not going to answer any more calls until we're done with the super chat. So, might as well not dial in right now. Vamp has been a member for 8 months on the Sunday Zoom calls, and let me drop that link for everybody so that you can get that YouTube exclusive membership if you want to drop these emojis. Can I get all the YouTube exclusive members to drop the custom emojis so everybody sees what I'm talking about? I'll pin the link in the chat. For the $1.99 a month, you can get the emojis and the access to get pretty much every question answered on Sunday, 1/2 hour before kickoff. I go live. And I'm only answering people that have the green names, the YouTube exclusive members. And Vamp's been one for 8 months. Greatest fantasy show on earth. Lost Javonte Hall and Mitchell, but still hopeful. Gonna win my 12-man league because of Kenny Skywalker. Kenny Skywalker, baby, to the moon.
To the moon.
And don't worry, we're gonna get a Kenny Skywalker little thing that. Whoa, sorry, wrong button. We're gonna get a Kenny Skywalker. Like button. We're going to hit something because we need something that's dedicated just to him. We got to get breezed and all that, which I'm going to try not to hit that button until he's back. That way it's special if he does come back. And Bryson with the super chat. Hey, Smitty, Hurts, Eckler, JT, AJ Brown, Chase, Goddard, Bateman, Sam. Thank you guys for dropping those emojis. Appreciate you. Appreciate all my exclusive members. You guys rock. Should I make any trades? Just don't have much depth for buys. Look, you got Eckler and JT and Hurts and AJ Brown, Chase, Goddard. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna upgrade? I don't want you trading. Like, when I look at a team and I say, yeah, okay, I would trade Kamara, or hey, I would trade, whatever. I want you trading for AJ Brown. I want you trading for Chase. I want you trading for Hurts and Eckler and JT. So when I come across a team like this where literally every one of your big guns are players I want you to trade for and you've got them, then, when you got him, bro, you got him.
Got him.
Whether it's in a trade or just in the draft, and you got him in the draft, bro. You got everybody in the draft. I like it. I'm waiting. Unless an offer comes I can't refuse, Bryson, that's a standstill, wait on it, don't do anything type of team, my guy. I love it. Michael with a $5 hauler might be your sorcerer of the day. Traded Keenan Allen and Jeff Wilson for Walker. Woo! Woo!
Wrong. Muy mal.
Got him.
King 25 code 428. Dispatch Vito Popo. Popo has been dispatched. King 25 out.
The sorcerer of the day is Magic Man.
You're both sharing this title because you both ripped off the corresponding owner on the other end of this trade. Getting Kenneth Skywalker for pennies on the dollar, which is head scratching and painful to watch for a lot of us. Cause we're like, can we get some of that? Like, what's going on here? Did you get Grandma's phone out? Her little flip phone? You opened up Grandma's flip phone. You logged into a league and you accepted a trade. You sneaky rascals, you. Both of you stealing Kenny Walkers away from your grandmas. Unbelievable. Nice job. Michael says, my team is in shambles. Lost Javonte and Hall 1-6. Well, you just stole away from Grandma Kenneth Walker, so you're looking better. Should I trade Chase for Evans and Mixon? That's an okay move. There's a lot of talent and value there, but I just don't know how I feel about Mixon, and I don't want this to become a Evans versus Chase debate for you all year, where you're like, God, what did I do? So, like, I'd rather you get 2 different players. It's not that I don't like the idea of this, and if push came to shove, it's not a bad move. But I do think I would try and get a different set of players because Chase went off, man. Chase is going off. And so is Burrow, and you can get the world for him right now. Traded CMC for Javonte and Brees, 10-team league PPR. I have Brady, Etienne, and Michael, thank you for the 2 super chats, the doubles. Because they equal $10 back to back, Michael, I'm giving you a moonshot for having a $10 hauler.
To the moon.
Appreciate you, my guy. Okay, traded CMC for Javonte and Brees. Oh. PPR, I have Brady, Etienne, Monty, Pacheco, B-Rob, Sutton, Olave, Gabe Davis. Yeah, I don't even know how to help you out of this because you don't have any big guns to trade at this point. So it's kind of hard to envision the way out of this using what you got. So I'm trying to think here. I'm gonna take this phone call piece off the screen because I know I'm encouraging phone calls right now and I'm not answering them. So let me take this off screen so you guys don't think I've got the phone lines open still. So I'll put that back in a second. Trade CMC for, or I'm sorry, trade. Let's see, trade. I don't know what to do, bro. This is one of those scenarios where I'm very stumped. Because Monty, I mean, you're going to have to do small trades. You're going to have to try and get back one little piece at a time. Like Monty and Sutton for Higgins, and then you got Gabe Davis and Higgins and Olave, a very understated, wide receiver room. You got Brady, you need him to bounce back. Then you find someone that's tight end needy, and you try and trade B-Rob and Higbee for like B-Rob and Higbee for like an Aaron Jones undervalued or something like that, or you try and steal Swift away using like Gabe Davis straight up or something. Like you're gonna have to dig deep, go after Aaron Jones, go after Swift, go after St. Brown, go after Mixon, go after Najee. Unfortunately, you got to go to these dark places that other people don't have to, and just try and do these little. Like, try and steal, like, Sutton and Monty away for Najee. And then you're one step closer. But you're going to have to go after those types of players in very small deals, like all those that I just named, and get back one at a time. That's going to be a hard task, man. But honestly, bro, you had an amazing team. And I think you need to at least acknowledge that. Even I'm not saying this won't work out. You need to go try hard. I would love to hear your comeback story, bro. Like, come back to me and say, I got Najee, and he turned it around, and then I traded for St. Brown because I got this guy sleeping at the wheel, and all of a sudden you add Najee and St. Brown to that team. Maybe you got a shot with Etienne and Brady, and you figured out Olave stays on your roster. But have some solace in the fact that, like, I'm acknowledging you had the team that was going to win it all. Plain and simple. You had 2 top 5 running backs go down. I mean, most people can't recover from that unless you drafted Walker and Etienne and Stevenson and these moon men, but not everybody was in a position to draft all of those based on draft slot and everything. So it's not your fault. I know you've been listening to the content, following the show. I mean, you had Javonte and Brees Hall, and for that I feel awful, but I do know that they were the right calls in my gut, and I don't, the fact that we have solace in the Walkers and ETN saving the day. It's like I can't tell you how many people are coming to me that were in dire straits after losing Javonte, and then they're like, oh my God, Brees Hall is coming around. Smitty to save my season. Brees Hall goes down. Dire straits again. Kenny Walker at the end of the Sunday already turned their attitudes around, and then they're a little bit down still, and ETN comes in and just completely saves the day again. So, like, not everybody's been blessed with that combination of running back depth. A lot of us here have that. But it's definitely something that, like, it hurts for me to see when somebody doesn't have the ETN, doesn't have the Walker, and then has the 2 hits of Javonte and Hall at the same time. Tyler, my Debo for Walker straight up. I take Walker and I run. Take Walker and run, Tyler. That's an easy one. Have Chubb, Stevenson. Okay, yeah. Like Debo's going to be, I think, getting hit volume-wise. Lost Javonte Hall, Hollywood, Mike Williams trying to trade away Eckler for Pierce and St. Brown. So Pierce and St. Brown for Eckler would be a good move. I think I would do that if I was in your shoes. It's a good way to divide and conquer. I think Swift and another equivalent St. Brownish type player is also another good move. JT and a player for Eckler is attainable. You should get a Gabe Davis or a Pittman with JT. So JT would be my other target of choice to go along with that. Smitty is the GOAT. He'll punch you in the throat. Can I have a whiteboard on my next call? Yes, Hero, we can do that. Appreciate the $10 hauler.
To the moon.
Appreciate you, Hero. I'll open up the phone lines again in a minute, and you can dial in. So appreciate you. Thank you for the $10 hauler. Bobby with a $10 hauler.
To the moon.
Bobby to the moon. Appreciate you, Bobby. Bobby says 1 PPR, 2 running back, 3 wide receiver, 1 flex. Need a wide receiver. Kyler, CMC, Aaron Jones, Etienne, Kelsey, Mike Williams, Deontay, Ayuk, Mostert, Taysom, Pickens, Dylan. Offer right now, Jones, Ayuk for Adams, or Etienne, Ayuk for Adams, Sanders, or let me try and break this down. Offers right now. Jones, Ayuk for Adams. Okay, so Jones, Ayuk for Adams. I'd rather have Adams. Etienne, Ayuk for Adams, Sanders. Adams and Sanders is pretty good for Etienne and Ayuk. I hate to say that I would take that, but let me look at your team one more time. CMC, Aaron Jones, Etienne, Kelsey, Mike Williams. You don't have to make a move, but I would try and flip Sanders, though, because I don't know that I trust his value. But, like, Adams bye-week free over Etienne. I mean, I know we're excited about Etienne, but there is something to say about getting max value. And even if Etienne continues to drop fire, you're getting max value. And that's pretty amazing. So, I don't know if anybody disagrees. Let me know what you think. Tyler, I didn't miss your super chat. I just did it. Hold on one second. I gotta get rid of this bot. So they're gone. I'm going through all the super chats, guys. I didn't miss anything yet. Would anybody rather have Adams with the bye week out of the way or Etienne straight up? I just want to ask that one for one and get a feel for what the chat's thinking, because we're a pro Etienne community to the highest degree possible. So I'd love to kind of know what everybody's thinking. Adams and Sanders would be it. Also could move CMC. Let's see. Smitty start 3. Pierce, Walker. I mean, you're starting those first 3, bro, but make some trades. Adams, says Steven. Adams, yeah. I mean, I think you're going to take the Adams side. I mean, he's bye-week free, bro. You got it. Like, this is a good move for you. Then flip Sanders. You don't have to trade Sanders, but then I flip Sanders and Deontay for one better player or something is where I probably take that next. Carter with a $10
to the moon.
Hauler, Carter, 5-2.5. Would you trade Dak, Henry, Keenan Allen, Higbee for Joey B, JT, and Joku? So, JT, Henry, I'd rather have JT. Dak, Joey B crushes that. So, yeah, I mean, JT and Joey, yeah.
You've just been Smitty approved.
I mean, I love that side, bro. You know, Henry's at his bye, so that's an advantage that the other owner is getting, but you're 5-2, so I'm not going to focus on that. And Carter, I'm going to take the best players. I'm going to run away and smash that trade. Hertz, thank you for the super chat. Swizz, $5 hauler, thank you, Swizz, appreciate you. Hertz, Diggs, Amon-Ra, Gabe, Davis, Aaron Jones, Walker, Schultz, Etienne, stand pat, or upgrade my tight end. I mean, I want you to upgrade your tight end, but am I trading these big pieces here that I like a lot? No. I'm trying to salvage on the waiver wire. Taysom Hill's going to get dropped again. And he's a good tight end. People need to stop expecting the world from him every single week. He's going to have 4 and 6 point games. Like, what's wrong with people? Like, you're out on the waiver wire scavenging for anything. You'll take a backup tight end that's playing a little bit well right now in a system and not get mad at that player when he drops 5 or 6 points. But the moment Taysom Hill scores 4 to 6 points, everyone cuts him and freaks out. He's going to be that way. He's going to have 6-point games, but he's also going to have 20-point games. So if Hill's there, that's your solution. And wait for someone to drop him if he's not available. I got to think there are tight end options available while you're waiting on Schultz or whatever that make sense for you to not divide and conquer here for a tight end upgrade that probably isn't even that crazy of an upgrade. Like, can you get Andrews? Now we're talking, bro. Would I trade Aaron Jones for Andrews? I would do that. I would do that, Swizz. But past that, I mean, I'm not, unless I'm getting a top, 3 guy, it doesn't really, I'm not doing anything with that. Need a flex. Thank you for your super chat, Swizz. Ron, appreciate you with your $10 hauler, my guy.
To the moon.
Ron, need a flex for this week. Connor, Ayuk, Sutton, or Pollard. Until we know what's what with Connor, he's fully healthy. What's his workload look like? I don't trust Sutton at all. I don't trust Ayuk right now. He's okay. Ayuk's okay. I mind him the least of those 3. But give me Pollard. I just feel like at any moment we're going to see him completely explode. Howard Bello, appreciate your $10 hauler, my good buddy, pal. To the moon, pal.
To the moon.
Thank you very much. Howard, PPR 10 team, Kyler, CMC, Taylor, Hopkins, Cooks, Kelsey, Etienne, Damian Pierce, love it. Judy, A-Rob, Wilson, Wandell, Eno, like it. Henderson, trade him. 6-1 for a reason, Howard. Just waiting for Brown. Thoughts on my team. Your team looks great, man. CMC, I maybe trade CMC for like a Swift and something if you can get away with that. I'd trade him for you got Etienne already. Yeah, your team's fire, bro. Taylor, CMC, Etienne, Damian. You can start, as long as you can start all 4 running backs, I don't really move them. And your receivers are good enough. Like Cooks and Hopkins and yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that considering you got Kelsey. I don't feel like I got to move. Maybe I trade like a Cooks and Eno or Henderson and Eno or D. Hopkins and Eno or D. Hopkins and Hendy or all 3, D. Hopkins, Hendy, and Eno for like a A.J. Brown upgrade or a St. Brown. Go try and shop Cooks, Eno, Henderson for St. Brown and keep Hopkins. But if you got to trade Hopkins, maybe you get St. Brown, maybe you get A.J. Brown. That's the only move I'd make. This team's really good. Really like the team. Very good job. Troy with a $10
to the moon
hauler. Appreciate you, Troy. 3 and 4, Hurts, CMC, Walker, Higgins, Godwin, Andrews, Stevenson, Fournette, Deontay, Dillon, Rashad White, Wandell, Hunt, trades improvements. Hurts, CMC, Walker, Higgins, Godwin, Andrews, love it. Fournette, I'd probably trade Fournette and Godwin for like one better player. Go after JT. I bet you get for Fournette and Godwin, I bet you get JT. Fournette and Stevenson, I bet you get JT. Fournette and Deontay, maybe you get, you could go after Swift, but maybe like Fournette more, and I wouldn't blame you. You got Rashad White. You could also give White away to the individual. Try to hold White, but if you have to give him away. But past that, unless I'm getting JT, unless I'm getting Adams using Fournette and Deontay or Fournette and Stevenson, you get Devontae Adams bye-week free. Diggs bye-week free. I'm standing firm with this team. Andrews, you're good. Nothing wrong with this squad at all. Upgrade city is the only thing I'm exploring. That's it. Christian with a $5 hauler. Christian, appreciate you. 12-team PPR. QBs Herbert, wide receivers Olave, Gabe Davis, Metcalf, Deontay, London, running backs Pierce, Swift, CMC, B-Rob, Kyron Williams, records 4-3. Should I run with this team? I would maybe explore trading away CMC for 2 players. I like Swift and Pierce. I think you're good at running back, but when you do this trade, you can get another running back like Etienne and a wide receiver. So if you could get St. Brown and Etienne type of package, it has to be that good of a wide receiver. A.J. Brown and Etienne type of package Focus on Etienne. Make him the anchor of the offer. The other type of player you could go after would be, I'd go after, you don't have Walker, right? I'd go after Walker as well using CMC. If you could get Walker and Gabe Davis, Walker and Pittman, a little bit lesser of an upgrade. Etienne's a little bit bigger name because you're giving up CMC, and Etienne's not quite developed yet. Everyone's predicting, and we're predicting correctly, I think, but you're going to be able to get a little bit more on the other side of that 2-for-1 with Etienne being one of those two players versus if you're going after a bigger name player like I don't know, like JT. I would look to get JT, CMC for JT and Pittman, CMC for JT and just that extra component, Pittman or Gabe Davis or someone of that caliber. But you got a good team. Don't tear it apart. I like the squad. This little baby move, little tiny move, and you're good. Joe, $5 hauler. Thank you, Joe. Had Breece Hall need a new flex this week. Picked up Gus Edwards. Nice. Foreman and Lazard and Jefferson. Who should I start? Who should be my flex? Probably Foreman or Gus. Gus is probably safer right now for touchdown production. Foreman's probably safer for yardage. But they're definitely going to be the one vying for that spot. We'll probably have to see later in the week. I can't really give you a for sure answer on this one yet because we need to get a feel for the news and the workloads. They're both in running back by committees. Gus Edwards may be atop of his, but they still had a complete divide. This stat's crazy because it felt like Gus was the main guy, right? But Gus Edwards, 23 snaps. Justice Hill, 20, and Drake was 17. That's a complete 33.333, 33.333, 33.333 divide. And I think that because Gus got 50% of the rushing attempts, that makes him a little bit of the leader, but he's in a running back by committee. And keep in mind, I'm not saying Gus is going to be a bust, but keep in mind that Drake London was the top waiver wire pickup of the week prior, just 1 week ago. And we knew, and I cautioned against it, that he's fool's gold. He needed to be traded before his value tanked, and it tanked immediately. But Drake still got 17 touches to Gus Edwards' 23. Foreman sharing with Chuba Hubbard, that's not going to change. So we don't know which one's the starter, but it's one of those two. If I had to pick right now, I'd say Gus Edwards. But let's take that into the coming week, later in the week. Henry, Godwin for Diggs, Goddard, J-Rob. Henry and Diggs both had their bye week. This is tough. I mean, if you need a running back more than a wide receiver based on your team, I would lean the Henry side. It's an even trade is what I'm trying to say. I like Diggs a little bit more than Henry go forward because of the injury risk to Henry and the workload that everybody wants to ignore, and it's fine. And I could be wrong. I could be a year early and he drops off in week 1 next year or during the offseason gets hurt, and the mileage just clearly is taking a toll. But it's still very likely that it happens during the season and maybe slows to a crawl as well and doesn't get hurt. Or maybe he balls out for the remainder of the year and I'm wrong. But if I'm wrong, you're still getting Diggs. And Diggs is fantastic. Diggs is a top 10 overall player. Diggs has had his bye week. But Godwin might be the X factor here. I guess Henry and Godwin is better than Diggs, Goddard, and J-Rob. So for now, I'm going to say Henry. I still keep an open mind to trade Henry into a JT, but objectively, what we're getting on the field right now in terms of return, Henry's a little bit better of an option. But I do like the other side. It's still a good trade either way. No one's crushing the other person. Trone, Everett is on a bye, so I have to pick up a tight end. Should I drop Melvin Gordon, Damian Harris, Chuba, Wandale, or Rashad White? Also, should I trade Fournette and Pittman for Walker and Waddle? Don't trade Fournette and Pittman for Walker and Waddle unless you like winning, or unless you don't like winning. If you like winning, trade for Walker and Waddle, bro.
You've just been Smitty approved.
I mean, what are we talking about here? Like, have I not rubbed off on you enough, Trone Force? Have I not beat a dead horse? Have I not screamed from the rooftops about the man known as Kenneth Skywalker, saber swinging Skywalker? Kenneth Saber swinging Skywalker, Troney. You know what I'm saying, Tron? I mean, this is just Fournette and Pittman for Walker and Waddle. Go get Saber Swinger. Go get him, bro. I need a button for this. This is why. It's my fault. It's my fault. Every time Skywalker is mentioned, I need to have a button that goes and it like just emphasizes the point, because that is a smash. As for your cut, I'm cutting Melvin Gordon most likely, or Wan'Dale Robinson, who I like, but it's like, I don't know that if he's in your lineup, then don't cut him. But like, I'm not cutting Damian Harris. He's tradable. I'm not cutting Rashad White. But man, that trade. Man, that trade's amazing. Okay, get it. Go get it, Tron. Mr. Frost. Mr. Frost says, trade Khalil Herbert for Keenan Allen. I'd rather have Khalil Herbert. I don't know. I mean, Keenan Allen could be good if he gets healthier. But I don't I don't know. I just feel like Khalil Herbert could still win a league. I still feel it in my gut. I mean, he's on the Moon Man list. Do you see Keenan Allen on this list?
The Moon Man.
Keenan, I don't see it, no.
Loads in outer space.
I'm looking, no Keenan Allen. But what we do have is a guy
Space Monsters
named Khalil Herbert that is still venturing on this list. I mean, granted, he's not in the front stage of it, but I don't know. Am I off base? Would anybody say, never mind, give me Keenan Allen over Khalil? I mean, I guess it depends on what you need. I need a wide receiver, so he says only other wide receivers Higgins. You know what, Mr. Frost? I'll Smitty approve this because you need a wide receiver bad. Maybe Keenan Allen bounces back in a major way if you don't need the running back potential.
You've just been Smitty approved.
You guys like that? Kenneth Saber swinging Skywalker. Might have to make that a shirt. Hashtag Kenneth Saber swinging Skywalker. End of hashtag. Yeah, I Smitty approved that trade. Go get. I mean, if he's desperate at wide receiver. Let's see. Nico with a $10 hauler.
To the moon.
To the moon you go, kind sir. Appreciate your $10 hauler. Nico says he's 5-1. 10 team. PPR, 2 flex. I have Burrow, Hurts. Nice. Wait, is this super flex, bro? Burrow and Hurts. Why would you have Burrow and Hurts if it's not super flex? Is it super flex? It doesn't say super flex. It's got to be. If this is a super flex league, am I missing it somewhere? I think he's been holding Burrow and Herbert, or Burrow and Hurts all year long. Should I ship a QB for a starter? Yes, he's on the bench. Nico, what are you doing, Nico?
You've just been Smitty disapproved.
Nico, don't take that the wrong way. I appreciate your $10 hauler. Me making you take a lap isn't a bad thing on the show. I want you to know that. I think you know that by now. But you can't be sitting on this kind of firepower, bro. You've got a nuclear weapon tucked away in a briefcase under your bed, and you're just going to sleep every night with this warhead just sitting right under your bed. This warhead. Look, bro, you trade Burrow right now. You trade Burrow right this very second, young man. And that's hard for me to say, Nico. It takes a lot for me to say trade Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow. But you got Hurts coming off a bye. You got Joe Burrow eventually going on a bye. And you got this opportunity, Nico. Oh, my God. I have Burrow. What did he say? What did Nico say? Burrow fell in the draft and I couldn't pass that up. No, Nico. Nico, I'm not saying you did bad, buddy. I'm saying you drafting Burrow was maybe one of the smartest things you've ever done in your entire life. Then you sat on the move, bro. You can trade. Now, granted, Burrow's only bounced back for 2 weeks now. But, Nico, get on the ball, bro. Get on the horn and get this man off your roster and improve your lineup. Absolutely. I know that's what you're asking me. But, I mean, the fact that you're waiting this long Should I ship a QB out? You should have already done it, Nico. Nico, you did a great brofist, bro, for doing this, for getting this position. But like, you need to take care of it right away. I have Burrow, Hurts, JT, Pierce, Walker, Chase, AJ Brown. Let's be honest, Nico's team's pretty fire anyway. Maybe Nico's onto something. He's gonna keep rotating the QBs out there perfectly. Nico's a QB whisperer, and he says, "Burrow, go get me the W." Burrow goes out and gets in the W. Hurts, get on your horse and hurt. But I mean, Nico, you've got an opportunity. Take that suitcase out from underneath the bed and get going, broski. Get going. Tyler, you said I missed your super chat. I don't think I did. I'm still going through a grip of them. Tyler, if I see your name below, you're taking a friendly lap. Don't get mad. I got a lot of super chats in that. Tyler, is this Tyler? Tyler, I got to your super chat a long time ago. This one right here. Lost Breeze. Should I trade J-Rob, Gus Edwards, and Lockett for Patterson and Godwin? Maybe I closed it. I'll take a lap on that one. I don't remember reading this one, Tyler, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the L. I don't remember reading it. I have it marked as done, but maybe I screwed up, Tyler. Should I trade J-Rob, Gus, and Lockett for Patterson and Godwin? This is one of those trades I don't really love, Tyler. Like, it's good. In some respects, it's okay. It's, it doesn't make anybody really better. It almost just swaps, players. But I guess I would bank on Godwin being the best player in the deal. And then maybe you flip Godwin, Tyler. Maybe you flip Godwin. Tyler, I apologize. You're Smitty approved. Your trade kind of Smitty approved. But then I maybe try and flip Godwin. I believe I'd take Godwin and Patterson in this situation. J-Rob, I'm not trusting. Gus Edwards, I'm not fully trusting. Tyler, go get it done. Nico, you need to go make something happen, bro. As far as what you should do, I mean, Burrow and Pierce for Eckler. A.J. Brown and Burrow for J.J. Cooper Kupp. Burrow for Jamar Chase, or you have Jamar Chase for Adams. Burrow for Adams. Burrow for Etienne. Nico? Get it done, Nico. Stop sleeping on top of a warhead under your bed, bro. Just tucking that away all nice and tight, snug at night. Travis, Lost Breeze, trade Barkley and Chase for JT Pierce and Tyreek. Barkley and Chase for JT Pierce and Tyreek. First of all, this is hard to break down mentally. Barkley and JT, let's take them both out of the trade, and we'll give the Barkley side an edge in our mind. Then it's Jamar Chase versus Tyreek. We're going to give that Jamar Chase side a little bit of an edge. But then you're getting a free Dameon Pierce to make up for it. I'm pretty sure I'm taking that Pierce side. That's a pretty good move. I mean, you're not crazy to say no, but that's a lot of talent to pass up. Won this week after losing Hall. I'm 6-1. Attaboy Rush. Appreciate your super chat. Ozzy, trade Hill plus Dillon for D. Adams and Swift. Tyreek Hill plus Dillon for D. Adams and Swift. Ozzy, that's one of the easiest calls I've had all day.
You've just been Smitty approved.
I take Adams and Swift who've already had their bye, and I run for Tyreek Hill. Adams is, in my mind, I'd draft Adams today over Hill. He's got his bye week's out of the way. You're telling me you get a Swift for free for Dillon? I mean, I like Dillon as a stash or whatever, but it's like a free stash. Trade Ramondre plus B-Rob for Etienne or Swift. I would trade Ramondre and B-Rob for either one. I'd probably rather have Etienne, Jesus, because that's how I roll. I'm an Etienne kind of guy, which maybe is our next new phrase. Are you an Etienne kind of guy? I'm an Etienne kind of guy. All right. Lazard or Jacoby this week? Jacoby, I suppose, but that's a tough one. Should I trade Cook, Dalvin Cook and Ertz for JT? I would go get JT in a heartbeat because of all the reasons I just explained about Cook earlier. He's not fit for that offense. Stacks, again, thank you for the $20 hauler. Truss says, would you trade Stevenson for Debo? Thanks, my guy. I would take Debo in a heartbeat, but then I look to flip him maybe. I shouldn't say heartbeat because Stevenson has that ability, but we still don't trust what's for sure going to happen go forward every single week. I love Stevenson a lot, but I'd taken Debo, but then I try and flip Debo. I lost Mike Williams and Brees, just traded Chase for Hurts and Swift. What do you think of Olave for Pickens and Monty? Don't trade Olave. You did good on the first trade, okay? You traded Jamar Chase, who I hate to trade, but you got Jalen Hurts and Swift. But then I'm going to say no to trading Olave for Pickens and Monty. No. No. But I love the first one. Nice job. Way to go. You did good, broski. Absolute phenomenal work there. Another 12-team PPR QBs. Allen, wide receivers are Diggs, AJ, Claypool, Dobbs. Running backs are Barkley, Walker, B-Rob, Rashad White, Pacheco. I'm liking it. Pitts, okay. Roll with this team or changes. Allen, Diggs, AJ Brown, Barkley, Walker. Nothing there that I'm like, move them. I want all those guys. I want to collect all those guys. You know what I would love for you? Trade B-Rob and Claypool. Trade B-Rob and Kyron Williams. Trade B-Rob and whatever to go get Gabe Davis. Get that triple stack going as fast as you can. The Allen, Diggs, and Gabe Davis stack. I think that might be a push for me going forward is the Josh Allen triple stack. The Josh Allen and Gabe Davis and Diggs triple stack. I think you might be seeing a video here tonight or tomorrow that says, do you want to win your league? Triple down on the Buffalo Bill. Buy free. The bye week is out of the way. They're bye week free going forward. Josh Allen, Diggs, and Gabe Davis. If you're fortunate enough to have two of these guys, make it happen. Get the triple stack. I think it wins leagues. Josh Allen, Gabe Davis, and Diggs wins leagues. It carries you week in and week out. It's an absolute monster of an idea and package to take into any. And if you have surrounding pieces like Barkley and Walker and AJ Brown still, you're going to crush, bro. You're going to crush. We're going to create a new tripod situation. I don't know if it's going to be called the tripod, but it's going to be called the triple pancake stack, I think. And it'll be the Josh Allen, Diggs, and Gabe Davis go forward stack. I'm telling you, I feel it. And Joe, if you've got Josh Allen and Gabe Davis and AJ Brown, go get Diggs. Make AJ Brown Diggs, and you're going to win your league, I think. Hero, I can't control whether you're the next caller when I open up the phone line, but I most certainly will try to answer your call for sure, buddy. Christian, appreciate you. This one's from Sean, $20 hauler. Just seeing this now.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
Yeah, buddy. Shawnee boy. I got Josh Allen, Saquon D, Henry, AJ Brown, Godwin, Olave, Gabe Davis. You got 2 out of the 3. You need Diggs. You need the triple stack, baby. The triple Buffalo stack. The Buffalo sandwich, if you will. The Buffalo tripod, maybe is what we'll call it. The Buffalo Bill. What are we gonna call this thing? The Buffalo Bill sandwich. I don't know. We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out that looks good, but I think that should be good. Would you be proud of my roster from week 1 to now? Says Big Dog. All right, Big Dog, I'll take a look at it. You get to my super chat, Joe, I'm doing the best I can, bro. I'm going as fast as humanly possible. I just got Josh Allen, Saquon, D. Henry, AJ Brown, Godwin, Olave, Gabe Davis, Kelsey. Etienne owner doesn't know his worth. He would take AJ Brown for Etienne straight up, but maybe I give Derrick Henry for Etienne and Adams. I would definitely rather have Etienne and Adams for Derrick Henry, but I would definitely do the other trade as well. Sean, you come back and tell us that we're making you a sorcerer, my good buddy. RS dropping a $10 wad.
To the moon.
That's my boy RS. He's on the text line as well. And if you want to be on the text line, all you got to do is go over to thefantasyfootballshow.com. Get on my one-on-one text line service, and you can get all the rankings, bold predictions, trade calculators, all that stuff. Go to thefantasyfootballshow.com. Get on the text line, baby. Get on the text line. One-on-one text advice. Let's go. Let's go. RS is on that thing. Need a tight end and QB this week. Options are Winston, Carr, Goff, Jones, Fields, Trevor Lawrence. Give me Trevor Lawrence without question. I love Trevor. Trevor's a baller. Options at tight end. Give me Tunyon. No, give me Knox. Easy calls. Easy calls for me. Knox and Lawrence. Let's roll them out. This one's from Mr. Red Bull.
To the moon.
Drinking Red Bulls for a living. Hey, man, I love the show. The show loves you back, Red Bull. What do you think I could get for Eckler at the moment, looking to divide and conquer? Definitely feel like you're not making a mistake if you need to. St. Brown, Swift. Who are the individuals that are on these teams? JT. My favorite's JT. You go get JT and a Gabe Davis. You go get JT and another player. You go get JT and Etienne if someone doesn't know that Etienne's worth, whatever. Those combinations, JT would be my anchor, or Swift would be my anchor, or St. Brown would be my anchor. Then you comb through those teams, you put another player on the scale, and you try and get that scale to quietly smash down on your side of the table so that you're coming home with two monsters. And Red Bull, if you ever feel like you're making a mistake, ask yourself the question, could individually both players that I'm getting have a shot at pulling their weight in the trade if the other one went down to injury? And if the answer is yes, then you're making the right move. Okay? Or one of them so weighted down you could say that player's as good as Eckler. Like JT's as good as Eckler maybe, and you're getting Gabe Davis. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? That's how you make a trade, my guy. Joe with the super chat. To the moon, Joe.
To the moon.
To the moon, Joe. You're headed to the moon, Joe. Get ready. Get your bags packed. Thank you for the $10 hauler. Sorry about the wait. Murray, Mixon, Etienne, Jefferson, Olave, Goddard, Walker. I like how you slipped Walker in at the end, trying to surprise me. You're like, yeah, I got Mixon, Etienne, Smitty. Poor me. But I got Walker. Put Walker in the top spot, please. Put Mixon down in your flex. Show some respect to your guy Walker. New York Jets D, phenomenal. Just crafty. Bench, Eno, Benjamin, Kirk, Pittman, love Pittman. Taysom, Swift on the bench. Look at it. Look how Joe is packaging his team up, trying to throw me off. Swift, just let me hide Swift down here. See if Smitty notices. I don't know what you do because you got ETN Mixon. You're trading Mixon's what you're doing. You're trading Mixon. You're keeping Jefferson. You're keeping ETN. You're keeping Swift. You're keeping Walker. You're trading Mixon for a potential. I mean, do you even need to make a trade? Kyler Murray upgrade. Get rid of Mixon and Murray for Josh Allen. Get rid of Mixon and Murray for Jalen Hurts and somebody. That's what I'm doing, my guy. You do that and, you might as well walk straight to league safe, knock on the glass and be like, can I get an advance? Let me show you my team. Look at my team. Can I get an advance, please? Smitty, 14-team PPR, lost Javonte and Hall. My team is now QB Burrow, running back Foreman, Pollard, Chuba. Oh, my guy. I wish you had Walker or Etienne or somebody on this squad. That's what kills me. I don't love seeing it. This is a bad way to word it. I love seeing when someone has lost both of these players that we speak of, Javonte and Hall, who were going to be monsters. Melvin, you were not wrong. You did good. I'm sorry they got hurt on you. I take part of the blame because they're two of my favorite players that I've been promoting. But you weren't wrong. I wasn't wrong. I know it in my bones that deep down in my core, bro, that Javonte was going to drop loads all over the place. And I know, and we already know. We know for a fact because he already did it. Breece Hall was the number one running back in fantasy football. He turned into, for people that doubted Breece Hall was the RB1 going forward, their mind was changed when that guy ran for 72 yards and a touchdown on 4 carries, 4 totes of the rock. You had it, bro. It's not your fault. but it kills me. I love it when I see that happen. Again, poor choice of words. But then I see somebody got Walker and Etienne, Pierce and Etienne. You know, and it's like, it kills me when I see somebody that didn't have the solution on the bench, and it's not your fault. You might not have been in the right draft slot for it. It just crushes me because there's not much to do other than trade away Jamar Chase and get 2 players. The running backs aren't good enough to carry this team. Chase and Burrow can't do it all by themselves. You need to trade, divide and conquer Chase for potentially Etienne and an Adams, Etienne and a Diggs. Chase for that kind of combination is going to have to be what you do. Burrow for Herbert and a Gabe Davis. Burrow for Herbert. Maybe not even a Gabe Davis, maybe better. You know, A.J. Brown and Herbert for Gabe Davis. You need to do those 2 trades in order to get this team back in the mix. If you've got Herbert and another player, and you've got Etienne and another really good player, and you lose Chase and Burrow, at least you've got 4 players for 2 that all can carry their weight to be arguable. You know what I mean? You got to answer that question, yes. Can all 4 of these players be as good individually as the other 2 given up? Not likely, but could be. And if the answer is yes, you're making a great trade of getting 4 players for 2. Hey, Smitty, 12-team, half PPR. JT also, bro. Jamar Chase for JT and like a Gabe Davis, or Pittman and JT for Chase. Melvin, go do that. That will save you, Melvin. That will save you. You come away with Gabe Davis and JT using Chase, and you turn Burrow into A.J. Brown and Herbert, you're back, bro. You're back. Hey, Smitty, 12-team, half PPR. I'm 5-2. Do I make trades? Herbert, QB, Chubb, Eckler, Kenneth Walker, Pittman, Higgins, Ayuk, Everett, Herbert, Gibson. Yeah, I mean, I let's see. No, you don't need to make any trades. I would accept a Chubb offer where I'm getting Etienne and St. Brown, or Etienne and Adams or Diggs, obviously. Etienne and A.J. Brown. Like, I'm accepting those deals for Chubb if those are on the table. Maybe explore. Don't trade Eckler. Don't trade Walker. You can't trade Herbert, and you want to wait on him anyway. Pittman, don't trade. Higgins could be much better go forward. I'm liking it, bro. I'm liking it. I think your team's looking good. The only thing I'm toying around with is Chubb for JT and Gabe Davis. Chubb for JT and Pittman. Chubb for JT and something, my guy. Or Etienne and a A.J. Brown type. Now go get it done. You got this. You got this. That move is going to be one that could help you just annihilate. Trade Chubb and Debo for Etienne and A.J. Brown. Too much. You need to trade Chubb for Etienne and A.J. Brown without giving up Debo. That is the ticket. That's the ticket, Joey. You're not using Chubb's value to your advantage. You're buying high on Etienne. You're selling low on Chubb. You got to do it the reverse. You got to get 2 players for 1. 10-man PPR, Mahomes, Carr, Skywalker. And I will say, Joey, you might have ruined the ability to do that. Be careful. You could have ruined the ability if you set the expectation that this guy could maybe have the 2 for 2. Now he's not going back. So you got to be really careful to negotiate upward versus talk about something that's borderline and try and dial it back. Because then the expectation's not there to where he thinks I'm not doing that. You know, so you got to be careful on that. But there's still other opportunities out there to make a Chubb trade. You know, Chubb for Etienne and A.J. Brown type of deal. I know Chubb for, that's what you're doing. Chubb for JT and Gabe Davis type of deal. 10-man PPR, Mahomes, Carr, Skywalker, and thanks again, Joey. Skywalker, Dalvin Cook, Madison, Adams, Chase, Pitts, wow. Thomas, Wandale, any thoughts? I mean, my thoughts are you have a good team, bro. Dalvin Cook, I'm trading away, trying to get into a safer vehicle. Give me JT all day long. If I've got to give up Higbee and Mike Thomas with Cook to get JT, I'm doing it. If I'm trading Cook for Etienne straight up, I'm doing it. Thank you, Jared, for the $5 hauler. Tyler, appreciate your super chat again. I know you were worried about me getting to you, and I thought I did, and that's my fault. Would you trade Lamar for Kenneth Walker? Backup QB is Tua. Yeah, I probably would, but it is hard to take this kind of like lateral move. But Walker, you draft ahead of Lamar, plain and simple, unless it's a super flex. And then running backs have CMC, Mixon, want another top running back. Trade Mixon and something for JT, my guy. And then you do those 2 things. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Let's see here. The OJ. OJ says Lamb and Kirk for JJ. Lamb and Kirk for JJ. Pfft. That's another one, bro. Got him. Whoa. Lamb and Cook for JJ. I mean, what do I look like? You're not pulling. OJ, this was your thought in the middle of the night. Maybe I could pull this off. You get a little pipe dream. You know, you come up with your memoirs. Jerry Maguire did it. Late night, write the crazy little write-up. You know, I'm going to take over the world. Late at night seems like such a good idea. And I'm going to have your owner coming in here and saying, dude offered me Lamb and Kirk for my JJ. And I'm going to go, what?
You are offer sex. You are made offer sex.
But I don't want you, OJ, I don't want you to think I don't want you offering this. I want you to potentially, shake up this friendship you got here with this individual. Offer him this to see what happens. Let's test the friendship. But if you get JJ for Lamb and Kirk, which I do think you should try if you think you can pull it off. I mean, you're going to be the most Smitty approved man on the planet for about 24 hours, the OJ, till I forget about it and don't even remember it. So good job. Go get him, pal. You got this. Anthony, appreciate you. Allen and Goddard for LJ, Lamar Jackson, and Higgins or St. Brown. So St. Brown over Higgins. Okay. Allen and Goddard for, I'd take either trade, but the Amon-Ra St. Brown side of it, of that combination is way better, but I still take Higgins and LJ. And I run, bro. And I run as fast as I can from the Vito Popo so that you don't get pulled over and get quarantined and have that trade confiscated and taken away from you. Link, what's up, Smitty? QBs are Geno, Russ. Thoughts on dropping Russ and getting dual threat Ellinger? I might do that. I mean, Geno's not droppable, I don't think, but Russ might be. He's injured. I would take the chance, I think. Or you put Russ on IR if your league allows for it, depending on what your league says could be IR capable. Can bad play be IR? Can we open up IR spots for bad players? Like if you've got a really bad player, you're allowed to put one bad player in a BR spot or a BP R spot, a bad player reserve spot. Playing like trash. It'd just be like a little trash can emoji down at the bottom of the lineup. And it's like, okay, Russell Wilson qualifies. He's had so many X bad performances. He's eligible. The trash can option is available for him. I mean, he's playing so bad he's on IR. You know what I mean? Like you can't grant me that. I'd go to the commission and appeal that and say, look, Russell Wilson's so damaged right now. He lives in the IR spot. Like, why am I not allowed to put him on IR? This is madness. 2 and 5, 10 team, 0.5 PPR. Hurts, AJ Brown, CD, CMC, JT, Waller, Walker, Etienne. Got to be out of your mind. What are we doing here? What a 10 team league? You accidentally added a 0 after the 1, Travis. You're playing in a 1-man league. What are you doing? What are you doing here? Ideas. Let's see. Trade CD and B-Rob for Andrews. Just when I thought you couldn't go and do something more ridiculous, you'd totally redeem yourself.
You've just been Smitty approved.
I didn't think it could get better, bro, but I'd do that. Other trade advice? Not really. I like everything you got. Maybe CMC for... No, I like you got Walker, you got Etienne already. I mean, CD Lamb upgrade into Adams, maybe using B-Rob. So yeah, you can always improve. CD into Adams, CD into Diggs, using B-Rob, using London, using, I love Olave too. Maybe you keep him as your rotational, you got bye weeks coming up, so it wouldn't hurt to hang on to. This guy wants to trade Keenan Allen for Etienne. This guy wants to trade Keenan Allen for your Etienne. Well, the Etienne side by a mile, and if he's asking you for Keenan Allen, then yeah, I mean, send him the video. But if you're getting Etienne.
Got him.
Or if he pulls that trade off on you, then he got you. But got you. We need a got you. We need a got you. I want to write that one down. Got you. Got you. Because sometimes, I mean, it's I don't want to press that button because that's, everyone's going to be bummed. But it's like you might be got. Sometimes you might get had. And I think maybe we need a button for it. So appreciate you. Got you. Don't do that trade. Hopefully you didn't get got. Don't get got, bro. Brady. Got you. Brady, $10 holler.
To the moon.
God, it's hot in here. I'm just sweating like a monster in here. Eckler, Mostert, Rashad White left as running back options with Hall out. Sorry to hear about it. Eckler on a bye this week. Who is a viable option this week to pick up and start with Mostert? Look, you got to watch or you don't even have to watch it. I'll show it to you. This is the waiver wire video. Only your boy Smitty can bring back the waiver wire at any moment during the segment. I can. I did that. I do that. Here it is. Look at it. Absorb it. Take it in. Here are your running backs. Is Gus Edwards there, Deonta Foreman, Michael Carter, Khalil Herbert, and Rashad White and Pacheco right here at like 2 to 3 range are more stashes and not going to help you as much. Herbert, if he's there, is going to help you as a flex for sure. Kyron Williams, get him. Chuba, those are the boys. Okay. Damian Williams might be coming back. He's kind of like a Hail Mary type of move, but that should help you out. Appreciate you to the moon. Thank you for the $10 hauler. And look to trade Eckler, divide and conquer with Eckler. Take Eckler, turn him into ETN and Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra has had his bye week. It's gonna help you a ton. Like that. That's the kind of move that's gonna help you win your league, my guy. Go do it. Go do it. Go do it live. James with the $10 hauler.
To the moon.
Thank you, James. Appreciate you. James says, how does Ellinger affect JT? Well, I think it's going to affect him in a positive way because it can't get any worse, I'd imagine. But you never know. Do we like DJ Moore now with CMC gone? I do. I think he's the focal point of the offense. They even went out publicly and said that, so they're not lying. I have Higbee filling in for Kelsey. How does he do? I think Higbee's fine. And CMC dies. And CMC dies. He have a bigger. Oh, does. I think you mean does. CMC does he have a bigger game this week? Eckler on a bye. I mean, I've already mapped this out in tremendous detail. I'm not saying I won't repeat it for you, James. This is what I was afraid of when I did the Breece Hall comparison video to CMC, and all I see are once in a while little haters in the comments be like, this aged well, this video. Like, now how do you feel? Like, everything I said about CMC is still looking like it could be true, that week 7 was going to be a nothing burger. Week 8, you could be concerned about not getting a full CMC, and if the play calling's bad on top of not knowing the playbook and being fully installed in the offense, then you got a bye week in week number 9. So 7, 8, 9, you get McCaffrey and you get nothing for him. And then you can't survive that. And then everybody's patience is worn thin and people trade him away. And then he starts doing well weeks 10 through 17, or maybe he doesn't, who knows. So my thinking is, I don't know. I don't think it's a guarantee that he does really well in week 8. It's definitely a shot. He's hungry. He's mad. He looked motivated. He's a smart kid. He's got football in the blood. He's been around it his whole entire life with his dad, Ed McCaffrey, being in the NFL and the Shanahans and all that. He's very much entrenched in football and the Shanahan coaching tree and the family of the Shanahans. So he's got the rapport to probably talk to Kyle and be like, "Hey, we need to get me the football here. We need to, he's probably got a different relationship with Kyle Shanahan than most people coming into this situation. A lot of positives, but also a lot of concerns. But I don't know. I feel like CMC's worth trading if you can get an Etienne and a St. Brown, something like that, similar to if you were trading Chubb away. So appreciate your $10 hauler. That's how I feel about that. More value rest of season, Pacheco or Dobbins. Pacheco. Dobbins is injured. We don't even know what it's going to look like for him when he comes back. And Pacheco may be on everybody's upset list right now. But I'm telling you, he's still a hold. He's still on the waiver wire video. There's a reason that you want to own Pacheco still. Pacheco still ranks as a league winner. If Pacheco gets into the starting lineup full time and CEH goes down, Pacheco's a 10 out of 10 on the confidence scale of being the best pickup of the year. So would Rashad White. So would Khalil Herbert. That's the waiver wire order for week number 8. Get some on that. Appreciate you. Bench is Wan'Dale Robinson, Waller, Goddard, Lost Hall, and Javonte. Trade ideas. Trade ideas for you would be, I like Chase and A.J. Brown. I love Walker. I love Burrow. You are maybe one move away, but I don't know. It would have to be trading, and I hate dividing and conquering on this team. You almost could get away with it. I don't know if you feel like there's a couple teams that have just a better, stronger chance. Like you had Javonte and Hall. You're smashing your league, Chris. Please take a moment. I know you're like this right now. What do I do? Please take a moment, Chris, and pat yourself on the back. Because you have a team that would have annihilated your league. And you, like so many other people that lost both Hall and Javonte, shouldn't have the team you still have. But you drafted Walker. You drafted the pancake stack that is absolutely...
The stack above all stacks. It's time to drop the pancake emojis in the live chat.
Pat yourself on the back, bro. Your team doesn't even know what you would have done to him had you kept Hall alone, let alone Hall and Javonte. You lost 2 top 5 running backs. You still have a top 5 running back in Walker. You still have a top 3 quarterback and a top 3 wide receiver, Chris. So, good job. Maybe you divide and conquer with Jamar Chase. Maybe you take Etienne and A.J. Brown type of player. I know you already got A.J. Brown, but you get my sense. That's what I'll probably look to do, but I don't panic and make a bad trade. I'm only dividing and conquering on Burrow and Chase, and I would consider both of them, like Herbert and an A.J. Brown type. I know you got A.J. Brown, but that's the value I want you to think about. A.J. Brown type of player with Herbert for Burrow, and you don't have to trade Burrow and Chase, but you could, and then trade Jamar Chase for Etienne and an A.J. Brown type. And then you've got, a bunch of A.J. Brown you could value in the second round, right? You'd have a bunch of second rounders for a team. That would be great. Rodney traded Pollard for Devontae Smith. Media approved. I could go either way. I like both of them about the same. You need a running back, I'm okay with Pollard. You need a wide receiver, I'm okay with Smith. Even Steve.
You've just been Smitty.
Yeah, that's not one that I think you smashed her. I'll tell you what, Tyler certainly let me know I missed his super chat. I'm gonna tell you right now. I have at least 75 messages of this from Tyler. Tyler, I was wrong, so I kind of deserve it. But Tyler was not letting go of this one. I can tell you that right now. Smitty is the best YouTuber out there. Paco, appreciate that. If I ever need somebody to stay on top of something, like if a TPS report's missing, this is the guy I want for the task. This guy, Tyler, won't let it slip through the cracks. I can pretty much guarantee Tyler works in finance or in quality assurance. This guy won't let a paperclip go missing. There's just no way. There's no way. See, he's even. This isn't the Des Bryant. This is me saying I'm not letting go of my paperclips at all. Long sleeve Skywalker shirts. I mean, we got the hoodies, but I will look for the long sleeve shirts. A couple people have asked me for that. I can enable that with one click. It's a matter of time for me. I know that sounds crazy, but I barely have time to sleep. Sometimes I'm literally going, I wore this shirt yesterday and I haven't slept yet. I got to change just for the perception that I'm actually like dividing my days in half. It's like I literally sat here I did take a power nap before I came onto this show, but there's a lot to do. This isn't just me live and then I have the rest of my day off. I'm as busy when I'm offline than I am when I'm live. Actually, more. 199. This is my break. Going live is my break. I'm on break. I'm on a 2-hour break. I'm hungry. What am I eating tonight? Trade Chase for Walker, Pickens, or Amari. Try it. Trade Chase, Walker, Pickens, or Amari. Try it. Trade Chase for Walker, Pickens. No. I mean, I like Walker about as much as Chase quietly, but this Pickens and Amari thing, I barely even recognize those names. To be frank with you, Amari Cooper? Who is that? Who's that guy? What about? I like George Pickens, but I mean, I'm not. Those aren't moving the needle for me. And Jamar Chase has got more value. You need to get Walker and like at least a quietly amazing option like Pittman or Gabe Davis, or something to that degree or effect. Walker's almost got Chase's value, so maybe it's easier said than done, but. This one's here from Joseph. Joseph says 12-team full PPR. Burrow, Lamb, DK, Kirk, Waddle, Kenneth Walker, Etienne, Pierce. Look at those moon men. Look, probably lost Javonte or Breece Hall, right? But look at this. Burrow, Lamb, DK, Kirk, and you still got Pierce, Etienne, Kenneth Walker. You got Najee. Maybe you didn't draft Breece, or you just got hit by the Najee debacle. If I'm you're 3-4. You got to trade Najee Harris away, and I know it sucks you're selling low, but maybe you could sell like Kirk and Najee for Adams, Kirk and Najee for Diggs, Kirk and Najee for one of those wide receivers that St. Brown. I'd trade Kirk and Najee for St. Brown, and just get out of the business of even worrying about this. Then you got St. Brown bye week free. You got Lamb. You got Burrow. You got the 3 running backs. I would definitely look to explore that type of trade if I'm you. We're covered, bro. We're covered, bro. we're covered, bro. We've got Tyler on the case. There's no way. There's no way something slipping by this guy. It's just not going to happen. You think you're getting away with leaving off avocado in this guy's sandwich? I don't think so. You leave avocado off Tyler's sandwich, you're getting 15 straight phone calls. You're trying to ignore those calls because you're making more sandwiches. You're like, just let the phone ring. No, bro. Tyler's gonna call until you pick up. I love Tyler's my guy. Tyler's my new quality assurance manager. Tyler, you've just been Smitty approved. You've just been elevated. You passed the job test, bro. This is the resume. This is the job interview. Tyler is now in charge of the chat quality assurance.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Tyler ain't letting anything slip by him. Got to be out of your mind. Gonna pull one over on him. $20 haulers got answered first. River? Is this Rivers? I'm sorry, River. I didn't see it. River!
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
Yeah, buddy. Let me see if there are any other $20 haulers after this that I may have missed. I'm sorry, River. I was probably on a rant when that one came through and I didn't see it. My bad. Usually I will answer them immediately, so I apologize. 1 PPR, 3 and 4, 2 flexes, Tua, Geno, Devontae Smith, Thielen, Barkley, Mixon, Fournette, Kittle, Myers, Lazard, Dobbs. That's rough because Barkley, Fournette, Mixon are the only trade pieces. The wide receiver room is definitely hurting. Divide and conquer with Barkley and try to divide and conquer with Fournette. I don't know that that's going to get done. I'm probably going to say that with Barkley, if you can get yourself into a St. Brown and Etienne or a St. Brown in something to that degree, you're going to be okay. But you need to divide and conquer. Or at least you're on your way to being okay. You probably still need to move Fournette for something of that nature as well, but it's going to be to a lesser degree. You almost have to make these moves. I don't think this team will compete if you don't divide and conquer properly with both Barkley and Fournette or Mixon, but I don't think you're trading Mixon for what you want, Would I trade Mixon for like an Etienne straight up? You got to catch somebody sleeping on like a Kenneth Walker or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you do that and you're going to be in good shape, but you have to land these two trades. You have to take Barkley. You got to turn Barkley into a Swift and St. Brown, or a St. Brown and Etienne, or an Etienne and A.J. Brown. You have to turn Fournette into a Gabe Davis and Aaron Jones. You know what I'm saying? Like you get an Aaron Jones, Gabe Davis, Etienne, and St. Brown, and you still have Mixon and Kittle and all. Like then you're at least competing, River. But you probably got hit with some major injuries, and that's the only way out of that. I appreciate your $20 holler. If you have a follow up, let me know, and I'll try and follow up. I'll do a little search for your name after and see if you have a follow up question. Do I trade DJ? I assume DJ Moore and Hendy for Najee. I take the gamble on Najee all day long. And I don't even like Najee Harris right now, but this is how you buy low on him, Sam. So Smitty, there are times and places to buy low. You know what I'm saying? Definitely times and places to buy low. Slayer with Super Chat. Everyone laughed at me when I drafted Swift, Javonte, Etienne. Well, it sucks that we can't laugh at him back on the Javonte front. Swift's coming around. Etienne's absolutely looking amazing. Skywalker around 12. Who's laughing now? Tell Mom to get the meatloaf and mashed potatoes ready. Ma, get the meatloaf ready. Papa's coming home. Let's go, Slayer. Let's go, Slayer, to the moon.
To the moon.
You've just been Smitty.
I mean, unbelievable, Slayer. Unbelievable. Thank you for the $10 holler, by the way. Appreciate you very, very much. Let me see if I missed any other $20 hollers, because I do answer those immediately, usually. So I'm sorry if I left anybody hanging. This one here is from Nico. Nico says, Zay Jones, Dotson, Palmer, Elijah Moore. Probably, crazy as it sounds, Zay Jones is the best player on this list right now. And at least he's getting used. He's kind of like a weapon. You know, they like him. Zay Jones is looking okay. Should I trade Hurts and Hopkins for Etienne? You can't. That's way too much, bro. Wait, you're like Syndicate. You're literally like, I don't believe you. Etienne's not going to be. I don't believe you. Etienne's not going to be good. Okay, Etienne's going up in value. I don't believe you. Etienne's not going to be good. And then like all of a sudden, Etienne's a monster. I'm going to trade the entire farm for Etienne. You can't do that. This is way too much. D Hopkins and Hurts is that's a really, really bad buy high and sell like double barrel low, bro. Don't do this trade. I've got Diggs, Chase, and Allen at QB. I know you've got like. So this is another situation where you've had Hurts and Allen this whole time. Syndicate, you've been sitting on 2 top 3 or 4 quarterbacks. Is no one giving you anything for one of these quarterbacks? I find that really hard. And I'm not saying cap. I'm just saying like I find it hard to imagine you couldn't walk into a negotiation where someone's been streaming quarterbacks stressed out of their mind all year long, and you can't give them one of these guys for Etienne straight up. Why do you got to give Hopkins back with them? You know, you should be able to walk in and say, hey, here, take Hurts for Etienne. You should be able to walk in and get that and walk right out. Swift, St. Brown, Kenneth Walker, you could probably get for Hurts or Josh Allen. And I know you got Walker, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you got Swift too, but you know what I'm saying? And trade Cook. Get rid of Cook before it's too late. Go get Adams or a Diggs straight up who's at a buy already. You got Diggs. Well, your team's fire, bro. What are you doing? Make this one move. Everybody I'm mentioning you have. Syndicate. Your team's absolute fire. If you trade one of these quarterbacks and get an extra piece, Syndicate, you could probably take your a print of your team to League Safe, and they'll give you an advance on your winnings, bro. So get on top of that. Absolute Smitty approved team. Syndicate dropping 5.
You've just been Smitty.
I mean, Syndicate, you put a clinic on your team at the draft. Now put a clinic on them via trade, bro. You know, like put the pedal to the metal. You know, don't fall asleep during the trading season. Trade deadline is going to go zipping by. And then boom. HTD. Hey, Smitty, 18 PPR have Mahomes, Mixon, Barkley, Diggs, A.J. Brown, Kelsey, Etienne, Elliott, Lockett, Olave, Waddle, Higbee. I got offered JT and Kamara for AJ and Etienne. What do you think? You got offered JT and Kamara for AJ and Etienne. I don't know about this one. I so badly like siding on the Etienne side of things, but JT and Kamara is worth more than AJ Brown and Etienne. I do potentially try and trade Kamara. Why not trade Kamara for Etienne and keep JT? You know, that's kind of where I would go with this. $10 hauler to the moon, my guy.
To the moon.
Appreciate you. That's a real tough one. I'm sorry about the wait on the super chats, guys. I'm doing the best. Missed my super chat. I probably didn't. I'm going to go look down below, and I'm pretty sure yours is down below. And maybe I did. Maybe I did. Maybe I'm wrong again. I've been wrong before. Let's see. Bleeze, maybe I did skip you, Bleeze. I'm sorry, or maybe I answered it already. Would you trade Lamar for Kenneth Walker? Backup QBs. I think I did answer this one. Yeah, I'm trading Lamar for Kenneth Walker. I did get to this one. I think you just didn't realize there was a long wait for a table at this restaurant. We're seating people as quick as we can. Our bus boys are down, and so I'm having to cook, seat people, and manage the restaurant all at the same time. Buffalo Stack is the Buffalo Billfold. It's not a bad name for it. Probably say, let's see, Buffalo Stack. What could we call it? Buffalo Stack could be like the Buffalo triple stack or something like that. Or we'll figure it out. That's not a bad one. Keep throwing them at me. That might not be the name, but we might be heading toward the right direction. Lost Javonte Hall, Etienne, B. Rob, Gordon, Madison, wide receivers Chase, Amon Ra, MT. Who can I use to make a move at running back? Also, pick up and stash Zamir White or Ernest. I'd probably say Zamir White, I suppose, if you're stashing, but like Hunt could get traded, and then Dearness Johnson's the backup, and then if Chubb went down, could Dearness Johnson start some games? I guess, and he's proven, so maybe he's safer than Zamir White. So yeah, I guess probably Dearness Johnson, I suppose. I love Zamir White, but who knows what happens at this point. I feel like you probably got to do the Jamar Chase for St. Brown, and you might have to do the divide and conquer move. I love Etienne, I love Chase, I love Amon Ra, but I don't think three guys are going to win it. I think you do need to make. I mean, Javonte and Hall was a kick to the nads. Steve, pat yourself on the back. Round of applause for Steve.
To the moon.
To the moon for Steve. Because, Steve, you drafted a team that was meant to annihilate your league mates. And I'm going to give you a pat on the back for that, because they have no idea how close they came to getting absolutely blasted into oblivion by your squad. You got to divide and conquer. Jamar Chase for two different players. Swift and a wide receiver like A.J. Brown. JT would be phenomenal. Go get JT and Gabe Davis for Chase. Go get JT and Pittman and maybe even something else. Go get JT and AJ Brown for Chase. Throw in MT just or is that Melvin Gordon? Throw Melvin Gordon. B. Rob and Chase for JT and AJ Brown. Like something like that's gonna help get you back into the mix, bro. And then it's almost like it never happened. You're like you didn't have disaster strike you when you go and pull off a move like that. Shoddy says, "Sup, bruh? What's up, Shoddy? Appreciate you, Shoddy. Sorry it took me so long to say hello." Super chat. Send Higbee and Sanders for Swift or Pierce. I would take either one, I suppose. I would. I know some people love Sanders. I would probably take Pierce over Swift, but I do like both of them. $10 hauler.
To the moon.
Appreciate you, my guy. $10 hauler. This one is from Marcus. Marcus says 12-man PPR, 1 flex. Hurts, Hunt, B-Rob, Amon-Ra, Michael Pittman, Curtis Samuel, Knox, Dallas defense, lost Breece Hall, and Njoku. He was rising. Traded Mixon for Kareem Hunt and wait, what? Traded Mixon for Kareem Hunt and who's Jay Jones? Tell me that's not Julio Jones, Marcus. And Dearness Johnson. I mean, that Mixon, that would be a really bad trade if you traded Mixon away for 3 cellar dwellers. That you'd be taking a lap for.
You've just been...
You haven't been Smitty disapproved, but that trade most likely has. Yeah, Mixon was a trade piece for you. I don't know that would... I hope that's not what I'm reading here. Is Jay Jones... Is there another Jay Jones? It can't be Julio. It can't be Julio. I hope not. It's got to be Julio Jones. That's the only Jay Jones I can think of. I'm going to be like, oh, that Jay Jones. What do I do here? Without Mixon now, I don't know how you're going to get out of this. Pittman. You got to trade Jalen Hurts. I mean, hopefully Hunt does get traded, but Jacoby Jones, no, that would be better than Julio Jones. Would I trade Hurts to get? Yeah, give me Herbert and like an AJ Brown for Jalen Hurts, bro. Give me an Etienne and Herbert for a Hurts somehow, some way. And even then, it's like you got to try and figure out how to do one more move. I like Amon-Ra. I like Pittman. I like Hurts. You got 3 really good pieces there. Don't get rid of Pittman, Amon-Ra, or Hurts unless you're getting, like, don't be doing another trade like you did. Trade Hurts into 2 players. Mixon would have been huge to have at least as a shot in the dark or a potential trade piece. I wish I could help you better on this one, Marcus, but taking away the Mixon trade piece is really, really tough. You know, you ask me for my honesty, and my honesty is I don't know how you're going to get out of this one. My honesty is you're going to have to go play Underdog Fantasy, where they'll match up to $100, Marcus, on your first deposit, up to $100. You could start over today, Marcus. You can start over today, Marcus. Go to Underdog Fantasy, draft for week 8 only. Take it 1 week at a time, and that way you can put your mind to rest on this one. But this definitely is a tough... Like, first of all, you lost Breece Hall. So let's not act like Marcus didn't have a really good team at one point. It's not his fault. It fell apart. The Mixon part is your fault. But Mixon, Breece Hall, St. Brown, Pittman, Hurts, you had a top 5-6 team, Marcus. So understand that. I want you to be proud of that. But there is no way to get out of this situation unless you had a shot with Mixon. You've got to trade Hurts for the world, bro. You got to figure out you got to bamboozle somebody. And if you do, come back and we'll fix this thing again, Marcus. But appreciate your $10 hauler. Get on over to Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty, Marcus. I'm telling you, anybody else that feels like they're in dire straits and they need a reset, go draft for a week 8 contest right now. Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. I hate being brutally honest with someone that's dropping a $10 hauler, but I can't compromise my honesty. Marcus, that's why you dropped it, right? Am I right, Marcus, or are you still there? Maybe Marcus left. I hope not. Go bamboozle somebody. Go do it. Trade Swift for Debo and Davis. Give me Debo and Gabe Davis. Let's see here. Marcus, I hope you're still there. I hope you didn't take that the wrong way. I mean, like I said, Marcus, I want to give you... Marcus is still here, thank God. Marcus, I want to give you your flowers, bro, for drafting a team that was top 5. You did good, Marcus, okay? That mixed trade was horrible, but you did good. You had a good team. You know, you were put in a box. And, you know, I still feel like you had a good squad. So pat yourself on the back and then take a lap and then go play Underdog Fantasy. Promo code Smitty. Go do it now. Smitty, Just got Joe Burrow, Etienne, Walker, Chase, Olave, Pitts, Njoku, Damian, Flex, Swift. Like it. Do I hold Swift because you can't play him? I mean, I'd maybe look to upgrade. I guess I'd maybe upgrade Olave using Swift to get try and get the best receiver that you can, from the top down. Don't settle for anything mid-range. It's got to be one of the top 3 guys. Past that, I mean, I hold that depth because of the bye weeks and such. You got a good team. I don't think I mess with it too much. I like it. Nice team. Hey, Smitty, 12-team PPR, Dak, CMC, Cook, Henderson, Tyreek, A.J. Brown, Pitts, Everett, Madison, any moves. I would get rid of Cook. Maybe get rid of CMC if the price is right, but get rid of Cook, trade Cook and Hendy, trade Cook and man, I don't think you got anything. I'd trade Cook for Etienne straight up. I'd trade I'd trade CMC for an Etienne, and a St. Brown type. That's what I would do. We got Ziggy thinks the backyard's the front yard, and I don't know how to reverse that for him. I've tried. He's so bad. Somebody's here. Is it the mailman? Oh, it's Miss Smitty. It's dark outside. Oh my God, it's already dark outside. Miss Smitty pulling in. Okay, let her take over the front door operations, the packages, the food, the ordering, the dinner. Meatloaf. We want the meatloaf. Meatloaf now. She hasn't entered yet. She hasn't come in the house yet. I can do that. 12-team PPR. Yeah, so CMC, Cook, I divide those up. I love Tyreek. I love A.J. Brown. I love maybe upgrade Dak potentially. But Daniel, that's where I'm definitely exploring trading both those RBs. Now, I hold CMC before trading him low. Make sure you do something good. Don't go do something crazy. Just got offered Pollard and Waddle for Barkley. Rodney, no. You're not disapproved. The offer's horrible.
You are offer sex. You are trade offer sex.
I mean, clearly your trade offer doesn't suck, Rodney, but that's an awful offer. One of the worst offers I've seen in at least this week. I mean, I see a lot of bad offers. This is pretty freaking bad. Would you trade if it was Pierce instead of Pollard? Pierce and Waddle for Barkley. It's a little. I mean, first of all, Rodney, the fact that you're asking me Pollard or Pierce, this shouldn't even be a question. The question should be, hey Smitty, just to save words and save part of your life that you can't get back by typing out Pollard and Waddle for Barkley. It's, hey Smitty, would you do Pierce and Waddle for Barkley? There's no or. I would probably say it's not bad. If you need to make a move, I feel like Barkley's worth a little bit more. Maybe the chat disagrees with me, but I feel like he's worth a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Let's get these bots need to get out of here. Okay, you're gone. You're gone. Thank you to my mods who are taking care of that. We got we're getting closer to the end of these super chats. Hang tight. Stacks with another one was offered AJB or CD for Swift. I like AJB with the bye week out of the way, and then Swift with the bye week out of the way. It's kind of an even swap, and I feel like AJ Brown's a little safer, so I probably would take AJ Brown. I don't know if I'd take CD. And it also depends if you're in desperate need at running back after this move. I don't like it. Rank these running backs. Thank you for the super. Give me Brian Robinson, Eno Benjamin, Foreman, Michael Carter are tied, but I feel like B-Rob's the safest. Eno Benjamin has the most upside, but most risk of losing his job entirely, let alone sharing carries. So it's kind of B-Rob by himself in a way. Thank you for the super. John, thank you for the super. Cup, Olave, Foreman, Hubbard for Lamb, Amon-Ra, Najee. I take the Lamb, Amon-Ra, and Najee side. And I don't like doing it, but I probably shop Najee after that, though, and try and turn him into an Etienne, and then you're smashing. Then you're smashing, bro. Let's see. Your team is Joe Burrow, Swift, Sutton, MT. You do need to kind of make a trade. And you got Cup. Okay, so Cup, Swift, Sutton, Joey B. It's a good team. It just doesn't. It's lacking a little, and I think you get Najee, St. Brown, and Lamb in there, and it's a little bit thicker of a looking squad there, Johnny. So I'm going to go ahead and say Smitty approve on that. I'm not loving it because I hate trading away certain players every time, but just traded CD for Amon-Ra. I like that. We're talking about that bye week advantage, so great job. I have Herb, Etienne, Dylan, JJ, Keenan Allen, Waller, Pollard, Carter, Wandell, Pacheco, trade JJ or something. I mean, you have Etienne, JJ. Yeah, you got to do something. You can't win with this team. Herbie's been playing bad. He's on a bye. I don't know that you can do anything there. You just kind of hope he bounces back with the terror. JJ and Etienne. So, yeah, take JJ, turn him into, I was hoping you could get Etienne, but now you can't because you already got him, but congrats on that. Get a Swifty and an A.J. Brown for a JJ. Get a Swift and a Diggs. Get a Swift and an Adams. You deserve the world for JJ. Get Adams, Diggs, or Swift, and then find the other piece that you can throw with that. Let's see. Mark Cleveland's calling here. Mark Cleveland, you're live on the fantasy football show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're still live, Mark. What do we?
All right, I got a few trades right here. Y'all might can help me with then.
Okay.
All right, let me get to them right quick. The first one is Justin Jefferson for Kenneth Walker, George Pickens, and Darrell Waller.
So you're trading JJ for Walker, Pickens, and Darren Waller.
That's one offer I got on the table.
All right, let's get everybody in the chat to vote real quick. JJ for Pickens, Waller, and Walker, and he's struggling at RB. He's got pretty good wide receivers. Obviously, this will deplete him a little bit. He'll be back to like balance, but he's really hurting at RB. He's got like Connor and Dylan and running backs like that. So Henderson. I think you could get a little bit more, but it's not a bad. I mean, it's not like a bad entry point. But everyone, everyone's
Pierce for AJ Brown.
Damian Pierce for A.J. Brown. Everyone's saying you get an overwhelming no. You got a lot of exclamation points, too. God, no. No.
Which one's the no? The JJ?
Yeah, I mean, JJ's the better player, bro. I mean, by far. So, like, you're
running it by y'all.
Yeah, no. But, no, I'm glad you're asking, and I like seeing the reactions. They're pretty good. But,
another one I had, I was trying... I mean, them the main two you likes really is A.J. Brown for Damian Pierce. What about that one? What do you think about that?
A.J. Brown for Damian Pierce. Would you guys trade A.J. Brown if you're Mark to get Damian Pierce? He needs an RB pretty badly. Both have had their bye week. They're pretty even. So I think that's not a bad move for him to go lateral. You know, I kind of like A.J. Brown a little more, but in your situation, I don't mind it.
Yeah, and I can't stand pat and just try to struggle with these running backs. I had a trade sent to me, Travis Kelce and Gus Edwards for A.J. Brown and Chris Olave.
I'm getting a mix of yes, no, yes, no, yes, 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 no, maybe, fair, yes, no. So I would say you're good to go. I got a God yes. I think you're good to go on that trade. I think that's a good move for you. Damian Pierce is a beast. A.J. Brown I like a lot, but I think this is a move you need to make for your team. So I'll go ahead and say punch the button on that A.J. Brown one. But I really wish you could have got Kenneth Walker in a cheaper and something else.
Here's what else he's got I could add to it. I'll take it right quick. I know y'all running out of time. He's got Kenneth Walker, George Pickens, Lazard, Tyreek Hill, Pierce, McCaffrey, Juju, Najee. I thought about getting Najee and
Walker. Yeah, but is he gonna give up both? I doubt it.
Well, he still would have McCaffrey and Pierce.
Then I would ask for that. Yeah, I would ask for that. Najee and Walker for JJ. That's a little different. I still almost think I'd rather have JJ though. It's kind of hard to say that, but Najee
JJ will throw it 40 in a heartbeat. So
Najee's that bad, man. I just don't know. Yeah, I probably don't. What about Pierce and Walker for AJ Brown and Connor, and you try and rip them off?
I can try that.
Something to that degree.
He's holding on tight to Walker right now. I need Walker to have a bad game for me to get him.
Yeah, but that Pierce move is pretty good.
It's straight up.
Yeah.
Well, should I try to get Waller, or is he going to be injured the rest of the year?
I don't know. We don't know yet, but I definitely wouldn't mind getting Waller.
All right.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Later. I haven't skipped any super chats, guys. I'm just really behind on them, and I'm trying to catch up as fast as I can. So bear with me. We're rolling through. Just traded CD for Amon-Ra straight up. I like that. Very, very, very good. Trade JJ or something. I would definitely look to trade JJ with this team, as I was mentioning. Divide and conquer, TP. Do what we've been doing the whole show. Get it done. Get her done, TP. Go get 2 players for 1, just like we've been talking about the entire show. I think you'll get it done. Holding out on trades despite Brees' loss. Who should I have at running back 2, week 8? Khalil, Eno, or Pacheco? No playable running backs on the wire. I like Khalil most of all talent-wise. I like Eno's situation, and I think Pacheco's got the most win-a-league potential. So it's like all 3 of them. But if you go watch my waiver wire video, Jonathan, you'll kind of get a sense of why I think, what I think, where I think, and it's kind of like depends on the angle that you're coming in at. If you're looking for a stash, if you're looking for a running back 2 in week 8, then your guy's probably Eno Benjamin. No playable running backs on the wire. So Eno Benjamin is the most usable right now. Now Connor news turns out to change that, then you gotta adjust and adapt. Meat Missile dropping a $5 hauler. Meat Missile, Lamar, Mixon, Kamara, Evans, AJB, Sun God, Higbee, benches, Hendy. Thoughts on a team, trade ideas. Mixon is a player I probably try and trade using a Hendy or a B-Rob and try and upgrade him slightly. The fact that you have Kamara and no other running back, though, right? You kind of got to get an RB if you're trading Mixon. I'd trade Mixon for Etienne straight up. I'd trade Mixon and B-Rob and Higbee if you had to go, Hawkinson I would trade. So Hawkinson, B-Rob, and Mixon for a Kenneth Walker if you could steal him away. Mixon for Etienne straight up, like I said. Swift for Mixon, and I'd throw in a B-Rob or I'd throw in a Higbee. Those are all places I would take that team, DJ. Meat Missile. You Meat Missile, you. Appreciate your super chat. Should I trade Stevenson and Walker for Barkley? Here's the thing. I really like Walker, man. I think I quietly like him as much as almost anybody. But I say that because quietly means I know the value. I know what I got to get. Please punch that thumb up button if you're new. Subscribe if you're new, by the way. We're almost at 16.3K. Probably could be there at the end of the show if you guys start smashing that subscribe button. Of those of you that are watching without subscribing, I don't know that I'm trading. I think Stevenson and Walker. What do you guys think on this one? Stevenson and Walker. Mixon for Etienne. I take Etienne. What do you guys think about Stevenson and Walker for Barkley? Would you rather have Barkley or would you rather have Walker and Stevenson? This is a tough one because I know everybody wants to say Barkley and just immediately scream Barkley is the call here, but Walker's going to prove himself to be, I think, equal in some ways. And I kind of feel like if Stevenson is that guy, it's a tough one. I don't think this is one that's clear. I don't think this is one that we can say Barkley just wins it for sure. Walker and Stevenson, no. Don't give me no or yes because we don't know what side you're walking on here. Walking on the Walker side. Walker, Stevenson, Walker, Stevenson, Walker. So you get a lot of Stevenson and Walker So don't trade him for Barkley if that's the case here. That's it. That's a no from the chat, and I agree. I like Barkley, but I feel like we're overvaluing him a little bit and undervaluing Kenneth Walker in that context. I have Aaron Jones, Leonard Fournette, JJ, Devonta Adams, I believe. Flex, Gabe Davis, Olave, Godwin, had Brees. Want to trade for Etienne. Was thinking of the flex wide receivers. One of the flex wide receivers. Good luck trying to get Etienne using Gabe Davis or Olave or Godwin. You're not going to get that. Try. I'd trade Aaron Jones for Etienne straight up. I'd trade Leonard Fournette for Etienne straight up. Etienne's going to cost that kind of package raw. I don't think raw dog you're going to get him for what you think. You're going to be let down by the price. The price was low a long time ago when I was beat a dead horse on it, raw dog. I was telling you to go get him when you could trade a Gabe Davis or Olave for Etienne. You could have traded Godwin for Etienne weeks ago. Now you're gonna have to give your best running back that you have to even get a chance to get Etienne. He's on the rise. He's a top 10 overall player. Guys are gonna have to expect to pay top dollar to get Etienne now. And in some cases, I'm not gonna recommend it. It's not a smart move. Leonard Fournette, I probably trade with one of your wide receivers like Godwin to try and get into a Swift or into a JT. Use Leonard Fournette and your flexes. Rotate through them until you get an acceptance and get JT, raw dog. That's my move for you. That's the move that I think helps you win your league. Overcome, 1 and 6. I have Lamb, Debo, Cook, and Waller. What should I do? Overcome, I think you should probably, you have Lamb, Debo, Cook, and Waller. I probably trade Cook. I try and get Etienne. I try and get Swift. I try and trade Debo potentially. Maybe you trade Debo and Cook to the JT owner, and he has some wide receiver that I really like Gabe Davis or something. I trade Cook for Etienne, like I said, straight up. I like Aaron Jones and something for Cook. I like Adams or Diggs over Debo. I like AJ Brown over Debo. Waller, you can't really trade right now. Lamb, I like Adams or Diggs over Lamb, obviously. I would probably try and get Walker somehow using Cook and trade Cook and Waller for Walker. I don't think that'll get done. Those are all kind of thoughts that go through my head looking at that. James with another $5. Already have St. Brown, Eckler, Walker, JT, CD Lamb, Keenan Allen. I have Devontae Adams and traded him for St. Brown and Eckler in week 1. Anyone else any way you can get for CMC? Anyone else I can get for CMC? I don't see CMC on your team, so if you're saying you have him, the way that you worded that, anyone else I can get for CMC? If you're trading CMC, I'm going after Etienne and Diggs. I'm going after that combination we keep talking about. Adams, you already traded. You traded Adams, Keenan Allen, and had Devontae Adams and traded him for St. Brown. So I'd go back and try and get Adams again. He's bye week free. You could trade CMC for Adams straight up probably, and you could probably get a little more. I like the team though. You got Walker, JT, CD Lamb, St. Brown. I like it a lot. CD Lamb and something on the bench potentially to try and get CD Lamb into Diggs. It's a good squad. Hernandez with a $10 holler. Hernandez, appreciate you, my guy. Oh, we got it. Do we got a $20 holler? Hold on. $20 holler. I'm sorry, but $20 hollers get moved to the front of the line. We've got 3 of them on the board. G Money. I'm sorry, G Money. Some guy has one as well, and Hernandez. So we got to get to these real quick. Shout out to all you.
Mashed potatoes!
Yeah, buddy. Oh boy, we might have to have Miss Smitty order some food for your boy because we're not going anytime soon. The super chats are piled up like a madhouse. I'm not complaining. I'm blessed and fortunate. I'm not complaining one single bit. But we have quite a slate of super chats sitting in front of us here. Let me check mark these, make sure these are off the board so I know where I'm at with the super chats. Thank you guys for dropping these and keeping the lights on. You guys are absolutely amazing. I wish I could have you call in I just don't know what number. I don't want you to put your number in the chat, bro. So I know Hero wants to call in, but I don't really know what number is yours. Okay, so Yo Smitty Elite Show, thank you. 12-man, full PPR, 0.5. Do I sell CMC plus for Etienne Hawkinson in 2024 first? Yeah, I probably would because CMC's older. I love Etienne. I definitely sell CMC for that. Definitely take that. Lost Breeze, sold Pierce for Tyreek in 2024 first before B Hall's injury. I like that trade. I think that trade's really good. Go get it, some guy. You got this. Hernandez with a super chat. Hernandez 4-3, full PPR. Thank you again for that. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, Hernandez. I got to get to this $20 hauler. Sorry, it is political here. You drop a $20 hauler, you get straight to the front of the line. It's like buying your super pass. Hey, Smitty, 10-team PPR 2-keeper. I got Burrow, Eckler, Pierce, Brees, Skywalker, B-Rob. So you got Pierce, you got Eckler, you got Skywalker, you got Burrow, you got B-Rob, you got A.J. Brown. The son got D-Hop, Allen, MT. You got to be out of your mind. Trying to get Etienne wants Pierce, Allen, and MT for Etienne, Mike Williams, and Deontay. Who is that? Keenan Allen? If it's Keenan Allen and MT, I would do that. I'd take Mike Williams and Etienne. I don't care about, and you get Deontay. I'd do that. Absolutely. Your team's absolute fire. You could even do other 2-for-1s. You've definitely got the ability to do that. G Money.
To the moon.
G Money's my guy. G Money says, hey, Smitty, I'm 5-2 in a 12-team 0.5 PPR league. QBs, Burrow, JT, Rashad White, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Deebo Samuel, tight end Tunyon, Herbert, Bench, Harris. Any trades you should offer, upgrades you should do. With Burrow, JT, and Amon-Ra, I'm feeling really good about what you got there. But the problem is that Deebo Samuel? If it's Deebo Samuel and not like Curtis Samuel, and I'm assuming it's Deebo, because Curtis Samuel's barely startable at all. You're pretty good. Like, I don't know that you're selling JT on the high. I don't think you're selling Amon-Ra on the high. Would I try and trade Deebo into Adams or Diggs if you could give up a Mike Williams or a Damian Harris? I probably would, because I don't trust Deebo. Plus, you trade into a wide receiver that's bye week free like Adams or Diggs instead of Deebo, and all you got to do is give up a Mike Williams or a Harris. Puts you in a good spot. Or Hollywood Brown on IR. Trade him and try and upgrade. I'd get out of Deebo if you can. I know that's hard to hear for some people that love Deebo. Hero, Hero, dial in real quick here, Hero. Dial in right now. Dial in right now. And if it's not Hero, I'm hanging up. Dial in right now. If it's Hero, I'm not hanging up. If it's not Hero, I'm hanging up. What's his name mean? Sun God. I think it's just what St. Brown means. Or Amon-Ra means. I'm sorry. Amon-Ra means sun god, I believe. Are you Aiden? Hero? Are you Aiden? Jonathan, I'm not taking calls right now. Is this Hero?
Yes, sir. This is Aiden.
Okay.
Call me that.
Aiden, I appreciate. I didn't know your name was Aiden. I forgot. So, can you do me a favor
Yeah,
though
same
and make it as quick as possible, because I'm gonna be here till midnight, and I won't be able to do the other live stream. So hit me as fast as you can.
Yeah, I will. I got you right now. So I'm 6-1, first place, leading the league in points, but I just lost Brees Hall. My team is Jalen Hurts, Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Tony Pollard, DeAndre Swift, Taysom Hill, Amon-Ra.
Hold on 1 second. Hurts, Chase, Adams. Who else?
Pollard, Swift, Taysom, Amon-Ra, Brees Hall, who I'm about to drop, Trevor Lawrence, Gerald Everett, Chuba Hubbard, Algiers, and Khalil Herbert. So I need to know what trades I can make. Someone sent me a trade offer, and I don't really like it. It was Etienne and Kirk for Jamar Chase.
What? Etienne and
And I don't.
Etienne and Kirk?
Etienne and Kirk, yeah.
Yeah, you need to get more than Kirk with Etienne. I don't mind where that's going. That trade's not horrible, but it definitely needs something different there. So I'm gonna.
Is there any other players you go after or try and shop around? Like, would you try and sell Amon Ra or?
I don't think anybody's giving you what you want out of Amon Ra. The only guy I'm probably dividing and conquering on would be Chase or Adams. I think because Adams has had that. Well, you're 6-1. You could afford the bye week. You don't have to worry too much about that. But like, if you're gonna be able to get Etienne, and I don't know what else he has, but I feel like this concept is sound. You have a lot of the guys I would target though, unfortunately. So it's kind of like you don't really.
Right.
I don't know that you need to really make a move. Unfortunately, you lost Hall. You're gonna blast everybody to pieces, but your team's good. you just need that other RB. Like if you're trading Chase, it'd have to be like AJ Brown and Etienne, bro. It can't be Kirk. Like Chase is that good, and if you can't get Etienne, you could stick with the AJ Brown thinking and get AJ Brown and like Aaron Jones or something. But if you don't get like two big pieces that you could say Jones can hang with Chase, AJ Brown can hang with Chase, then you're doing a bad deal.
I see what you're saying. So like I'm looking right now. This guy has Ramondre, AJ Brown, Joe Mixon. You think maybe something there?
No, I mean Mixon and AJ Brown maybe, but like I can't lie. I don't love Mixon right now. So it's like I just don't feel good about that. I don't know. Let Amon-Ra and Swift and Adams and Chase and Hurts all just ball out and see what kind of like, who has disappointing weeks and then come back in next week. You don't have to at 6-1. You could be patient. And I think that trying to fix it all now is going to be like that. That's going to be your downfall.
Well, and we're kind of coasting into the playoffs at 6-1. Would it worry you with Pollard being your second best running back?
It does.
Or are you kind of like all three receivers that I need?
I mean,
does it matter that much?
It's exciting that if Pollard gets in there, you can have that crazy team. But when's your trade deadline?
I'm playing on Yahoo, so whenever that is.
So like I'm saying though, coasting into the playoffs, you kind of you put the cart before the horse. I'm just saying you don't need to make this move today. You can wait until after week number 8 and then see what's what, like see what players look buy low capable and see what one of your players or 3 or 5 or all of them go off and then see what you got that way.
Right. So if Amon-Ra explodes, then time to sell.
Then you just look at dividing and conquering, but Hurts, you could trade Hurts, and I hate to do that, but you could trade Hurts and put T Law in there and then get a Walker for Hurts and then boom. So just maybe explore that now, but I'd be patient, bro. You don't rush in. You're 6-1. You can wait and try and get the right deal. I just think you need these guys.
So you're actually trade Hurts straight up potentially, or
for Walker, absolutely. I mean, think about it. You're drafting today for the remainder of the season. Are you drafting Jalen Hurts over Kenneth Walker?
No, definitely not. But I don't know how having Lawrence as my number 1 QB.
Yeah, but I mean, Lawrence isn't bad, but I would do it for Kenneth Walker potentially. But maybe you could get another quarterback off waivers. Maybe Watson's out there, Deshaun Watson. You got Watson and T Law, and you coast in like you said. T Law or Watson's going to be in the lineup by then. I don't know if he's available. Then all of a sudden you got Watson and Walker in there.
Right. Yeah, I do like the sound of that.
All right, bro. I got to get to these super chats, so I'm going to be here all day. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your super chat.
Yeah, anytime, man.
Later, man. Appreciate you. All right. I got to get to these. G Money, I think I took care of you here, but like I really do feel like Debo's going to lose some value here, and if he has another bad week, now he could have a good week and then you get some more trade value back. But if he has another bad week, I don't know that you're getting what you could have got today. Maybe he goes nuts and then you can get more Also, you head into that bye week. He's going to be hard to sell going into week 9 bye. So now you can kind of sell him now. But I do like this team. Burrow, JT, Amon-Ra, Debo, and then who's your other running back? Rashad White. I don't mind sitting on it. I don't mind sitting on it either. Make the right deal or don't deal at all, G-Money, because you still got a lot of firepower there. Syndicate says I offered Hurts for Etienne straight up to the Mahomes owner, and he rejected it. I offered Hurts for Etienne straight up, and he rejected it. To the Mahomes owner. I offered Hurts for Etienne. Well, he's got Mahomes. Why would he do it, Syndicate? Yeah, you can't do that. He's not gonna take a backup quarterback for his. Definitely not. 4-3, full PPR. Look for like Swift. Yeah, and I don't know if you already own Swift, but like that's a player I would maybe trade. 4-3, full PPR. Team is Hurts, Tua, Saquon, Cook, Pierce, Gus. Wide receivers: Olave, Godwin, Pittman, Allen. I think I already gave some advice on this already, but I'm trading. I'm trying to get rid of Cook and then not touch anything yet, and then trying to come into next week and see if you can decide not to divide and conquer on Hurts and divide and conquer on Saquon. I think because you got Pierce, you got Olave, you got Godwin, you got Pittman. There's some good underrated players there. If you can turn Cook into Walker somehow, or maybe even Etienne, using a Keenan Allen or Foreman, picking up Foreman, any moves. Foreman might be good to trade with Godwin to get A.J. Brown. Already had the bye. Foreman and Godwin and Cook, all for one better upgrade. Maybe you get Swift and you roll that dice. I don't know. That's probably where I would first start and go from there. It's a good team, though. I wouldn't panic. I think you can wait. You can be patient. Don't force anything bad. Aaron Jones, Dylan, and Dak for Josh Allen. Give me Josh Allen all day long. He's a league winner. Overcome. Syndicate, he countered with Lockett and Hurts for Etienne. I'm trying to remember, Syndicate, what we're talking about here. Let me look up your question. Because believe it or not, this goes in one ear and out the other. Should I trade Hurts and D-Hop for Etienne? Yeah, you were giving up way too much. So he wants Lockett and Hurts for Etienne. And this is where you have like multiple quarterbacks, right? I would take Etienne over Hurts and Lockett if you're good at quarterback, and I kind of forget what your quarterback situation is, but if you're good at quarterback, that's fine. Giving up Lockett's okay. Giving up Lockett's okay. I would draft Etienne before I draft Hurts. Daniel with a $20 hauler.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
Ow! Hit my knee, Daniel. Follow-up question. Would you trade CMC plus Pitts for Pierce, Kittle, and Kirk? I don't think. I mean, I guess I would. I don't think so. I like Pierce, like in some ways, quietly better than CMC, in some ways not. I mean, I think because the fair market value for CMC is so much higher than Pierce, this isn't a good trade on paper, and it's just not smart. So for me, I'm definitely not making this trade. I am getting more for CMC. I'm getting a Pierce and a minimum an A.J. Brown or a Gabe Davis or something like that. You know, I'm getting an Etienne and an A.J. Brown type. And I know you've got A.J. Brown, but no. I don't like this deal. Pierce is good, but not worth that. I'm sorry. There's got to be something else that can be done here. Okay, I'm so far behind on these guys. Hang tight. Be patient with me. I'm doing the best I can here. There's only so much a person could do. I know people are like, God, he takes forever. Like, I'm going as fast as I'm getting as fast of advice as I can give. Like, show me someone else that reads this off the way they do, evaluate it, move on. It's hard. He counter with Lockett and Hurts. Yeah, smash it. Okay, thank you for your super chat. James with a $5 hauler. James, 12 team, especially when everybody gives their whole team and they want like an entire assessment, it does slows it down. Like, I'm not saying don't do that, but it will slow it down. So I apologize. 12 team full PPR: Hurts, Jacobs, Etienne, Walker, JJ, Kelsey, Swift, Ramondre, B-Rob, Deontay, Wandell, Dak, Taysom. Who do I try and get with who? I love Walker, love Etienne, love JJ, love Pittman, love Kelsey, love Swift. Hurts, Jacobs is on fire. Nothing, bro. There's not. I mean, Ramondre and B-Rob and Deontay, trade all three of them for JT. Throw JT in the mix, baby. This is a good team. There's nothing to do. Jacobs you could either keep Jacobs or you could say I want to trade Jacobs for JT. You probably do it straight up. You probably get something for it. And maybe you don't even want to do it. Maybe you love Jacobs and I'm fine with that. I'm not mad at you. But there's nothing to do for your team. I'm sorry. Sometimes there's no answer. Sometimes you have straight fire, and me telling you to do something is just going to ruin it. You got it going on? Roll it out there, baby. Roll it out there. I got Etienne, and I gave him Keenan Allen.
You've just been Smitty approved.
I would hit the veto, popo, and all those buttons if I had time. Nice job. $10 hauler from World Glass. Appreciate it.
To the moon.
Thank you for the $10 spot. 12 team PPR, second place, 4-3. Second in points. Should I divide and conquer? Tua, Saquon, Pierce, Amon-Ra, Chase, Gabe Davis. I'm liking this team. I think it's pretty good. I think maybe you trade someone like James Conner and maybe a Damian. I don't know. I don't know that you need to do anything. It's pretty good. B-Rob and Damian Pierce for a JT. B-Rob and Pierce for JT. Connor and Pierce for JT. Those would be things. I think JT would be a good fit for you. I don't know that I do much more. Maybe I trade. I like Amon-Ra. I love Chase. I love Gabe Davis. I like Saquon. Maybe I'm trading. If you can't get that done, you're trading B-Rob or Connor to upgrade Tua. Herbert's interesting. Maybe you trade straight up for Herbert and keep Tua. That way, you don't go quarterback without a quarterback this week unless there's somebody out there that looks pretty good. Those are the only things that come to mind. I like everybody else. I don't think I want you trading those other pieces. I really do like them. Guy interested in Lamar and Pittman. He has Waddle, Geno, Godwin, Ayuk, Kupp, and a bunch of crap. Do I hold what or do I have to take a shot? Guy interested in Lamar and Pittman. He's got Waddle, Geno, Godwin, Ayuk, and Kupp. I mean, the only guy I like is Kupp, bro. Like Lamar and Pittman for Kupp, and you've got the quarterback situation on lock. Sure, past that, a bunch of crap. I mean, there's nothing to do with the guy like that. He wants Lamar and Pittman. Well, guess what? You can't have them. Maybe you take Waddle for Pittman straight up if he likes Pittman that much, but past that, no. No, it's Kupp for both of them if you're covered at quarterback, or if you're not covered at quarterback, it makes it tough. Maybe you get his quarterback back, but I don't mind that idea, but that's it. $10 hauler. This one's from Sweet Baby Rays. 5-2. 12 team, full PPR, Burrow, CMC, JT, Lamb, Pittman, Gabe Davis. Like it. Benches Wandell, Pollard, Foreman. Wondering which players to trade or upgrade. I don't mind this team. I roll it out. Would I consider CMC for Etienne and I don't know that you can use even if you got like a 2-player like AJ Brown, can you start him? If not, and it doesn't look like you can only start 3 wide receivers or 2 wide receivers on a flex. Lamb, Pittman, and Gabe Davis are hard to bump out. I don't know that I like taking CMC and dividing and conquering there, because then what are you getting? What are you doing with the Gabe Davis piece? So for me, I'm liking what I see here. What I maybe combined like a Lamb and Pittman for like an Adams or Diggs, potentially. Or would I like to see you get Jamar Chase so you have the stack? So Lamb and Pittman for Chase, or Gabe Davis and Pittman for Lamb or for Chase. I don't know that you're going to get anybody to do that. Foreman and Lamb for Diggs or Adams or AJ Brown. Foreman might get you that bump. Past that, I like your team, and I don't really want you moving it unless you're dividing CMC into Swift and a wide receiver, and then you just roll with the rotation of your 4 wide receivers. But then you're maybe downgrading your running back spot. Maybe not. I mean, maybe Swift is better than CMC. I don't really know. So it's tempting if you could get Swift in something very significant. Dynasty, D-Hop, Miles for St. Brown. D-Hop, Miles for St. Brown. I'd rather have St. Brown. Well, maybe D-Hop and Miles it's Dynasty, though. So, no. Yeah, St. Brown. No, I'm sorry. Dynasty, no. No way. No way.
You've just been Smitty disapproved.
And actually, are you getting St. Brown? Dynasty, Hopkins, Miles for St. Brown. So, sorry.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Dynasty, St. Brown all day long. And twice on Tuesdays, for sure. 12-team, non-PPR, lost Williams. Javonte Williams. Trade away Cook for Connor and A.J. Brown. No, Connor's not doing anything for me, man. But I almost like A.J. Brown straight up, actually. So maybe can you get somebody else instead of Connor? Rather have Hopkins or Waddle. I can choose any wide receiver, or do you hold tight? I'd rather have A.J. Brown of the wide receivers, but Connor's the sticking point. I almost quietly like it, like straight up, but Connor made me want to say no. But no, try and get more, Cal. Try and get more. You're giving up the RB here, so you have a little bit of an advantage. HD Gaming says my super chat was not answered. I think I did actually answer your super chat. You were just unaware of the long wait at this restaurant, my guy. I think I did take care of you. If I didn't, let me know, but I'm almost positive I remember seeing your name. JT or Etienne rest of season. Give me JT by a hair, but I love Etienne, bro. I want both of them. I want both of them on a team. I think JT and Etienne are a fantastic combination rolling into the remaining weeks. Scott Jacobs for Keenan Allen, Mostert. Yay or nay? Jacobs for Keenan Allen and Mostert, absolute smash. Look, I should have been higher on Jacobs. I'm not saying that I feel like he's going to continue at the rate he is, but he's absolutely playing out of his mind, and he's definitely looking good right now. Would you trade Kupp for Debo and Etienne? I would take Debo and Etienne. That's even me being worried about Debo. $5 hauler for Mr. Frost. Mr. Frost says, one of my 7 leagues, you'll appreciate this many 7-0. Burrow, Brees, Etienne, Walker, J.J. Diggs, Kelsey, A.J. Brown, Olave, B-Rob, Dylan, Smitty to the moon. Boy.
Woo. To the moon.
That team is straight fire. I don't even know you need to make a move. I know Brees, it sucks that he went down, but look at Etienne, J.J. Diggs. You don't need to make a single move, bro. The team's absolute fire. Thank you, G Money, for your super chat. Thank you again, some guy with the $20 hauler. We've got Swizz with the $2 super chat. Just traded away Aaron Jones for Tyreek. That's an absolute smash. I'd hit all the take a lap buttons, and your trade's been approved and all that if I had time. Eckler Sutton for Walker and Waddle. Give me Walker and Waddle all day long. That one's a cakewalk. That's light work. Chase Pitts, Gus. Let's see. Chase Pitts, Gus for J.J. Ertz. I'm tired of Pitts. I'd take J.J. coming off the bye. Yeah, I'd take J.J. coming off the bye. I'd do that trade. You know, I love Jamar Chase, but you're getting that bye week out of the way. That's a really, really good move. Lost Brees, traded Pickens straight up for B-Rob. I don't mind that at all in your situation. Zero Gaming with the $5 hauler. Appreciate all of you. Just need some advice. I have Brady, Chuba, Eckler, Waddle, Metcalf, Brees, Higbee, Jamal Williams, Jacoby Myers, Olave. Now I need to make some moves for depth. I need some advice. I have Brady, Chubb, Eckler, Waddle, Metcalf. Eckler, Chubb, Waddle is pretty good, but yeah, Chubb, go for the Etienne St. Brown, the Etienne A.J. Brown, the Etienne Diggs, the Etienne Adams, the Swift and A.J. Brown, the Swift and you know, that kind of combination. There aren't a lot of running backs that work with that. A.J. Brown and Aaron Jones are potential options as well. There aren't a lot of running backs that make sense for it. Swift, Etienne, obviously Walker, Chubb for Walker, and Gabe Davis I would take for Chubb. You know, I would try and shoot higher for a wide receiver back, but, you know, it is what it is. Can I call in? I already got you. Thanks. Appreciate your super chat, my guy. Marcus still here dropping supers like a beast, man. I love Marcus. You know, I was brutally honest with his team, and dude's still here. Got thick skin. He understands the game. He knows what he needs to do. JH for CMC straight up. Who's JH? Justin Herbert? For CMC straight up. It's just JH Justin Herbert? Is that what it is? Let me look at Marcus's team. Marcus, he's got Jalen Hurts. Okay, Jalen Hurts. I would take CMC straight up if I'm you and try and figure out the quarterback situation. I would take it. You need to take it. I mean, you drafted CMC over, and you might even be able to turn that into, try and flip it into Etienne and St. Brown after. And then you're back, baby. You're back. And I don't know if you have St. Brown and Etienne, but you know what I'm saying. Swift and Etienne, or Swift and St. Brown. Etienne and A.J. Brown, those kind of things. Oh my God, Smitty, I picked up Taysom when you said a few weeks ago, then traded him for Pollard, then just now traded Pollard for Olave. That's some good movement.
You've just been Smitty approved.
So you basically took a waiver wire guy and got Olave. That's a pretty nice smash, broski. Traded CMC and Geno for Adams and Kyler.
You've just been Smitty approved.
I like that. Thank you for the super chat. Smitty stacked on running backs, Eckler, Etienne, Walker, Stevenson, Swift, have Debo. Got an offer. I get Lamb for Swift straight up. I'd rather have, let's see, Eckler, Etienne, Walker, Stevenson, Swift. Yeah, Debo, David. Yeah, you got to take Lamb. I'd do that. I Smitty approve that. I mean, I'd rather have some other wide receivers, I suppose, but that's good enough in your situation. And honestly, we don't even know if Swift's going to play this week, and you'd be kicking yourself if you didn't do that trade. $10 hauler.
To the moon.
Appreciate you, Michael. Michael's dropping fire tonight. Grade my trade. PPR, Superflex, lost Lance, Hall, Javante. I just traded B, Rob, Chase, and Jimmy for JT, Olave, and Russ. B-Rob, Jamar Chase, and Jimmy for JT, Olave, and Russ. You're not going to like this, bro. I'm not hitting the thumbs up. I'm not hitting the Smitty approve. I'm hitting the potato button.
Mashed potatoes! Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I like it. In your situation, it was a smash. Look, Olave could hang with Chase. I mean, he's not going to beat him or anything like that. I'm just saying the fact that you got JT in this deal, it's a good move. You're on your way back. I like it. I think you did good. HT, I got you. HTD, I believe you're taken care of. You didn't, what do you say? You did see my super chat, but you didn't give me an answer. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Hey, Smitty, 18 PPR. I have Mahomes, Mixon, Barkley, Diggs, A.J. Brown, Kelsey, Etienne, Elliott, Lockett, Olave, Waddle, Higbee. I got offered JT and Kamara for A.J. Brown and Etienne. What do you think? I think I gave my answer. I said I'd rather have JT and Kamara, but it sucks getting rid of Etienne. I remember getting to this one. I wavered on it, and that's the honest truth is I still have a little bit of like wavering on it, but I think that I'd rather have JT and Kamara at the end of the day. I just maybe shop Kamara and try and get like an Etienne and you know, I know you probably can't do that. Like, here's the thing is I want you to get using Kamara, Etienne in a like an AJ Brown, but you're not going to get that from this guy, but maybe you can turn Kamara into, you know, Gabe Davis and Swift, you know, or something like that. But I'd probably take the JT and Kamara side, but it's really close. And part of me doesn't want to do it. I love Etienne that much, but I think you got to take the JT side. You got to roll the dice with this, and you got to try and flip Kamara the best you can. I'm sorry if I wavered on it. It's one of those things where I honestly go back and forth. Even looking at it again, I'm wavering. So it's not a simple one. I'm 5-2, 12 man. Thank you for the super chat. Sorry about the wait, HTD. Sorry about the confusion. You're the man. Appreciate you. I don't want to put a somber experience here on the board for you for the super chat. So I apologize for that. I will do better. 5-2, 12 man flex PPR dynasty. Herbert, Najee, Mixon, AJ Brown, Devontae Adams, Lamb, Bucks D, bench. I don't know what to do here, bro. Herbert, Najee's tough to hold. Mixon's tough to hold. AJ Brown, I love. Adams is getting older, but I still like him. Lamb, you got a really good team. I'm trying to get Etienne for Najee. I'm trying to get Etienne for Mixon. I'm giving up guys like Eno Benjamin for free to get that thing done. I'm trading for JT using Mixon and Najee potentially in a dynasty, because dynasty is more about now. It's more about the future than it is now. And JT's a good buy low right now. Breece Hall using Najee or Mixon, and then you just wait on Breece Hall. That's an option. You're 5-2 though, so you can win it. So those are my dynasty thoughts. But if you're in it to win it and your goal is to win the money, I'm probably trying to trade. I mean, is Lamb and Najee for JT and something a reasonable move, even to win now and for the future? I kind of think it is. Lamb and Najee for JT and something. I mean, it depends on what the something is, but I would go down that road, my broski. I'd do that. Trade Pierce and Higgins for Chase and D-Hop. Pierce and Higgins for Chase and D-Hop. Give me Chase and D-Hop, but it's arguable, and that's a really good question. What about Cook? What about Cook away for Etienne and B-Rob? I take Etienne and B-Rob over Dalvin Cook in a heartbeat for me. That's me. I know everybody's different. Some people love Cook.
To the moon.
This one's from Connor, $10 holler. Hey Smitty, on the loss streak, need some trade tips. I have Lamar, Aaron Jones, Mostert, JJ, AJ Brown, Waddle, Andrews. This is they got some good trade pieces here. 10-team league. Connor and maybe, AJ Brown, JJ, and Waddle is really good. Connor and Mostert for, you're not going to get an Etienne. You could try Aaron Jones and Mostert together for Etienne. Aaron Jones and Mostert together for Walker. Probably not getting it. Connor and Mostert for Etienne. Aaron Jones and Connor for Etienne. Swift using Mostert and Connor, or Aaron Jones and Connor, or Aaron Jones maybe even Mostert. Sutton, throw Sutton in with Aaron Jones for a running back upgrade like Swift. Throw Connor and Sutton together for maybe some kind of like Pittman or Gabe Davis, and I know that you don't necessarily need the wide receivers, but then you turn that into something. Divide and conquer with Lamar. Go get Justin Herbert on the cheap and trade Lamar and get an Etienne straight up. Lamar for Herbert and Etienne would be something I would do if that person had both those guys. Go to the Herbert owner, see what they got to throw in with a Lamar Herbert swap. That could be a way to take that. I like it. I like that. That would be a good move. Oh my God, we're near the end. Alex Perez says, Smitty, when you're doing phone calls, I got a couple trade offers I want to discuss with you. Been hoping you'll open up the phone lines. I might open it up again. We had the phone lines open, but I got bogged down with Super Chat, so I can open them for a second, but then it's been 3 hours and 15 minutes. I'm getting, my head's about to explode. Mahomes and Aaron Jones for Swift, or no, Mahomes, Aaron Jones, Swift, JJ, AJ Brown, Kittle, Hopkins, full PPR 5-2. Should I trade JJ for Adams and Etienne? I take Adams and Etienne in a millisecond. Absolutely. And Brock, you pull that off, come back and let us know, and we'll do a victory lap with you. Who should I drop rest of season? Garrett Wilson, Moore, or Pitts? I probably drop Sky Moore. I don't drop Pitts. Everybody wants to drop Pitts. Don't drop Pitts. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Did I miss anybody's super chat? Would you please let me know if I didn't get to you, and I will search for you to the ends of the earth and try and find your question. And I'll do it fast. Phone lines are open. Dial in. We're going to do this very quickly. You're going to get 30 seconds, and then I'm hanging up on you. Not because I don't appreciate you, but because we need to keep the ball rolling. And where's my phone line? There we go. All right, dial in quick.
Call into the show.
Raw Dog says mashed potato. Raw Dog, appreciate you. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Yeah, this is Alex.
Alex, what's up? You got 30 seconds. We got to do 30-second calls here because your boy Smitty's been here for.
Ooh.
So go, hit me.
30 seconds?
Yep.
Well, hold on, my roster is J. Herb. I lost Brees Hall, Eckler, Lamb, Olave, Taysom Hill, Stevenson, JJ, Bills defense, lost to Joku, got Dobbs in the bench, Geno Smith, Pitts, Etienne.
All right, hold on one second. You got Herbert, you got Eckler, you got Olave. Who else?
JJ.
Okay.
CD.
Okay.
Etienne.
All right.
Kyle Pitts.
All right.
Taysom Hill. Ramondre.
Okay.
And then Geno Smith and Romeo Dobbs and David Njoku.
Okay, so what are we
Bills
doing
defense.
here? We looking for a trade?
I lost Brees Hall, trying to replace him.
Well,
I'm really trying to trade JJ and get JT and St. Brown, but he wants Stevenson, and he wants to give me someone off his bench. But I mean, his bench isn't really. It's okay. He has Cordell Patterson and Zach Ertz that really only call my name.
So JJ,
maybe Brandon Cooks.
Who
I don't know.
are you trying to get? JJ and who? For who? What two players? St. Brown and who?
For JT and St. Brown.
Yeah, I'd do that.
And JT.
Yeah. So who would I throw
He
in?
wants Stevenson.
Yeah.
He wants Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah, you can't do that, or that balances the scale back into his favor. So St. Brown I'd do that, and if he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't want to do it. Sell the bye week. Just tell him, you're getting a bye. He's already at the bye week. I know St. Brown has too, but you're also telling him you're getting JJ with no bye week. Go forward. That's a big difference because he's going to score top 3 overall. He's got to pay the piper. You can't get an even Steven trade. No pun intended. Even Stevenson trade. You can't get no even Stevenson trade if you're the one getting JJ. So stand pat. You don't really need to.
And he has Kenny Walker.
Yeah, I would take Kenny Walker. And
but he doesn't want to give him up.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Yeah, bro, your team looks really good. Like you were gonna annihilate everybody. But
and then I lost Bree.
I know, but you could still crawl to the finish line and finish first.
Luckily, I picked up Etienne 2 weeks ago for CEH.
Yeah. All right, bro. I got to run. I got to get to these calls real quick, and then I'm out of here. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Maxim, you're up next, and I got another caller on hold. Just hang tight there. Don't do any mouth breathing. We'll get to you in a second. All right, go ahead, Maxim. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, Smitty? First off, I just wanted to say you're the best in the business, period. Because I got Joe Burrow, we got Jamar Chase, they got Etienne. I drafted these guys in the beginning. I mean, it was a slow start. But now these guys are balling out. My whole fantasy. Last week I was almost 200 points because I also got Josh Jacobs. So basically my question is I got CD Lamb. I think I can do something with this guy. I got CD Lamb and J. Rob. So I was thinking, do you think I can trade this guy CD Lamb and J. Rob for Kenneth Walker or D Hop?
I think a boy can dream, and if you pull it off, we're gonna scream your names in the streets, lift you up on our shoulders, and march you around the city. But it's a tall order. But if you pull it off, try it, bro. Try it.
Okay, I'll do. Also, I got Tyreek Hill. You think I can make something happen to get Kenneth Walker with this trade, or do I just keep some Tyreek?
I mean, you could try and trade Tyreek Hill straight up for Kenneth Walker, and that's a fair trade on both sides. But I don't think I'm giving up anything more. I mean, Tyreek Hill's a pretty good piece, So don't be doing anything crazy just to try and buy the value on the way up. It's like, you gotta pull back and say, buying season's over on certain players if you don't already own them.
Yeah, but so what do you think? This should be my final team, right? I get Joe Burrow, I get Etienne, Tyreek Hill,
Yeah,
Chase, Jacobs, and
always
CeeDee Lamb.
always entertain
I'm probably
offers,
gonna
but
trade.
you're sitting good, bro. Always entertain offers, but you could wait for people to come to you. You're obviously you scored huge last week for a reason, so don't make dumb trades, but divide and conquer whenever someone gives you an offer you can't refuse. But I don't, getting JT with another player, getting ETN with another player. I know you already got ETN. Getting Swift or St. Brown with another player when you're doing almost like in your mind even swaps, you're like, I like Swift as much as I like Chubb in some ways. In some ways, I get the risk, but you know what I'm saying? You can get Chubb, get rid of a Chubb type player, and somehow get yourself into a St. Brown, and Swift type player. Then it's worth it. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much, man. Yeah, I think everything you predicted all comes into one piece, and it's like the ultimate team.
Yeah, I mean
Day one.
we got hit. We got kicked right in the nads with the Brees Hall and Javonte, but I swear I swear I wasn't wrong on either one. I know they were gonna go to the moon. I mean, Hall was already RB1. Hall was RB1 in fantasy. I know that already. But yeah, Javonte.
I remember this guy drafted this guy in front of me, and I was so upset because I was literally going to draft Brees, and they upset, but now he's injured, so I guess Etienne was worth it because I remember I got Etienne over that.
Etienne to the moon. Appreciate you, my guy. Later.
I appreciate you, Smitty.
Yeah. Okay. I got 2 callers on hold. The guy I just added recently. Please hang tight. There's somebody that's been on hold for a little bit. Who am I talking to?
What's up, Smitty? How's it going?
Hi. Let's go with what are your names? Kevin. Let's start with Kevin, and then I'll jump to the next caller. Kevin, go ahead.
Sounds good. Appreciate it, Smitty. So we got possible trading away Etienne, Kittle, and Olave for who was it? It was for Kelsey and Cooper.
For Kelsey and Amari Cooper?
Yep.
I don't think. I mean, I like Kelsey a lot, but I feel like Etienne and Olave is quite a bit. I mean, you can make arguments, but I'm going to go ahead and say the Etienne side I like more. But
would you possibly switch Olave for Debo instead of that?
Well, Olave. I mean, that would probably be better, even though I do like Olave a lot. But so then I like that side even more.
Yeah.
But then I maybe shop Debo, but I do like that side even more if you're doing that. I mean, Kelsey's amazing, and Amari Cooper is like okay, but Etienne and Olave is pretty solid, and it's kind of undervalued. So some might rather have Kelsey, and I can understand that, but I value Etienne. Like if I'm drafting today, Etienne's probably getting drafted ahead of Kelsey or right there with him. And you're getting Olave, and I don't like Amari Cooper. You throw Debo in the mix. Now, Debo is probably ranked a little more than Olave to most people, especially on the trade market. So I feel like that's even better. So the Etienne side wins even more now.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Wasn't 100% sure. Thank you.
All right, man. Appreciate you. All right, next caller. What do you got? I give you 30 seconds. Hit me with it.
All right, hey, Smitty. So I'm 5-2. I got CMC and Pierce as my 1-2. And then I got Stevenson as my RB3, and I also got B-Rob and Gus. So I got a lot of running backs. And then I got Chase, and then I got Sutton and Williams. So I'm kind of looking for a wide receiver too because Williams just got hurt. So I'm thinking about offering Ramondre for Amon-Ra.
Yeah, I'd take Stevenson and turn him into Amon-Ra in a heartbeat. In a millisecond, yeah.
And then, yeah. And then I got one other league where I got Taylor, Pierce, Etienne, and Walker. So I got 4 good running backs, and my only good wide receiver is Pittman. Out of those 4, do you have any preference of which one you would trade away to get a wide receiver?
Taylor, Swift, Etienne, who?
Taylor, Pierce, Walker, and Etienne.
Oh, Taylor, Pierce, Walker, Etienne. Okay.
And then Pittman's my 1, and I don't have a wide receiver 2.
Yeah, he has the bye week out of the way, Pierce, so it's hard to say Pierce, but these three running backs, JT, Walker, and Etienne, are my favorite of the four. And Pierce is a moon man. I love Pierce. He's absolutely phenomenal. But I feel like if I'm trading anybody, it would be Pierce. It wouldn't be Walker. It wouldn't be Etienne. It wouldn't be JT. People won't give me enough for JT. Etienne, I can't get enough for him probably. I mean, maybe you listen to offers, see who gives you an offer you can't refuse. But I feel like you can easily get like an AJB or an Adams or a Diggs, and if you had to give up something small, not Pittman, but something small, I would do that with Pierce to get it done. But if you can't get a AJ Brown for Pierce, then I don't know. That's crazy to me because running backs are such a hot commodity, more so than receivers. I feel like people will overpay a little bit. St. Brown would be okay too for Pierce, and I think that's got to be doable. And he said that he's got the bye week out of the way as well. Diggs, Adams, AJ Brown, and St. Brown, they're all bye week free.
Thank you, Smith.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Yep.
All right, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. Last super chat of the day, $10 hauler from Code.
To the moon.
Code asked me, let's see here. Code says, trade away Swift. Bernardo is a member of the YouTube calls on Sundays.
Mashed potatoes!
$9.99 package. Bernardo, appreciate you becoming a member. I'll see you on Sunday. You're going to see the on the YouTube homepage of mine. You're going to see a community tab. You're going to click that community tab, and that's where the link's going to be every Sunday. At halftime of the morning games on Sunday, go to the community tab. You'll see a post there. Go there. Trade away Swift, Pittman, and Peoples-Jones for Henry and Gabe Davis. Give me Henry and Gabe Davis. Or Chubb and Gabe Davis. Give me Chubb and Gabe Davis, I suppose. Either one, probably. Henry's had his bye. I like Swift, but we don't know what Swift is doing right now. So that's an easy call. Henry or Chubb, either one is solid, bro. Kind of trust your gut on that one, whichever player you like more, I would say. I'm 4-3. Team is Herbert, Geno, Hill, Godwin, Sutton, Cooks, Pickens, Wandell, TJ Hawkinson, CMC, Pollard, Pacheco, CEH, Gus, Edwards, Kyron Williams, and Lost Hall and Javonte. What can I do to stay in the race? Herbert, Geno, Hill, Godwin, Sutton, Cooks, Pickens. Bro, you got to trade. You're going to have to trade Hill or CMC. Divide and conquer. CMC into Etienne and St. Brown. CMC into Etienne and AJ Brown. CMC into Swift and AJ Brown. Swift and St. Brown. Same thing with Hill. Maybe Gabe Davis. And I don't know if you're going to get what you need out of Hill. I would look, maybe you can get an AJ Brown and Gabe Davis for Hill, like something like that. You do both of those moves, you'd be back in it, but you have to divide and conquer. So trade JJ straight up for JT and St. Brown. If you like winning, you take St. Brown and JT, in my opinion. Dan with the super chat. Dan, thank you. Thanks for staying 3+ hours. You bet, 3.5 hours. We did it, Ma. Nick, all right, last super chat here. I know I'm crazy, right? Like, I got to go. Like, how do I do that? How do I walk away from super chats? But your brain ends up getting fried. Hey, Smitty, talked to you earlier. Down bad at running back, losing Hall. I got JJ for Amon-Ra and Pierce. I got JJ. Okay. I would take Amon-Ra and Pierce, or I would take JJ. I could get behind either side. I got JJ for Amon-Ra and Pierce. I guess I would. You're down bad at running back, so clearly you're getting the Pierce side. I'd probably take Amon-Ra and Pierce for JJ. It's hard to do. I almost want a little more, but I don't know that you're going to get it. That's pretty good. They're both bye week free. They're all 3 bye week free. All of them have had their bye week. I think you probably take it. It's tough, bro. It's tough, but I think you take it. Alex Perez says you skipped mine. I don't think I skipped yours, bro. I just pulled it up. I just pulled it up. Trade JJ straight up for JT and St. Brown. I just told you, do it if you like winning. Do it if you like winning, Alex. I didn't skip nothing. Appreciate you, Alex. Do we take it? Appreciate you. Did I get Nick's? Yeah, okay. Nick, you're taken care of. Walker's in do not trade mode. You ain't kidding, bro. You ain't kidding. Appreciate all of you for super chatting. I'm grateful to every single one of you, and I can't thank you enough. And if you guys want to get on the, I'm gonna give it. Zach, you have 20 seconds. Zach, go. 20 seconds, and I'm hanging up.
All right. Do I trade Gus Edwards and Lazard for Gabe Davis, or do I trade
course you do.
Gus Edwards and Pollard for Gabe Davis? Which one's better?
Keep Pollard, but of course you do either one of those. But keep Pollard if you can. Easy call. That's light work, Zach. That's light work.
All right, for sure.
Yeah,
Thanks,
appreciate you. Nick, appreciate you. Appreciate all you. I work for you. You guys keep the lights on. I couldn't do what I do without you. Please subscribe if you're new. Please hit that thumb up button on the way out the door. 246 of you still in here. I'm live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm also live whenever news breaks, and I'm usually live Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at midnight. I don't know if we're going to... That's literally like in an hour and a half now. May or may not do it, but we'll see. Appreciate you all. I work for you. Evans for Sanders and Terry. Give me, I guess, Evans. Andrews and Godwin for Etienne and Sun God. Give me Etienne and Sun God. Tom, you're the man. Saquon Swift. What is this right here? Saquon, Swift, and Everett for Kelsey and Walker. Give me Kelsey and Walker. What do I look like? Wait, no, hold on. Saquon, Swift, Kelsey, Walker. Yeah, Kelsey Walker still. Appreciate you all, guys. Thank you, Ada. Appreciate you. See you all potentially tonight.
You are offer sex. You are trade offer sex.